Hey gamers, let's do some 999 baby. Once Steam is done updating, apparently that's the thing. But I have been looking forward to playing more of this because it's good so far. I like it, and honestly, in fact, I'm already like halfway through this route. I don't know. Maybe I'll start to get, you know, take a bit longer to get through each section as we get to the end. But I don't know. I'd like to see what's going on. Not that we're gonna find that shit out until, like, we go into every single other route. But, you know, like, still. It's neat so far, I like it. Good cast. And sometimes, I do like to solve a little of mystery. Alright. Let's get him. I forgot this game's kind of loud. Hold up. Just blaring in my ears. I like how, like, useless this save screen is. It's like, what? I know which save it is. Hey, Connie. Oh, I'm glad. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good day. I think I'd already finished this room? Yeah.
Hey, hold on.
Oh. Junpei stopped, about to put the key into the doorknob.
Oh, what's up?
Where's Clover?
Oh, shit.
Huh?
Junpei turned around. Clover was nowhere to be seen. Oh, fuck. Girl.
Oh, god damn it. Where the hell did she go? Okay, just hold on a minute. I'll go get her.
Sure thing.
Junpei left Seven at the door and headed back to the operating room. Girl! He found her, standing next to the operating table. She was staring at the mannequin.
Hey, Clover. What's wrong? Come on, let's get out of here.
Hey, Ian, thank you for the follow. Hope you're having a good day. She didn't respond. If she hadn't been standing up and breathing, Junpei might have thought she was dead.
What are you doing? Did you want to come back here and say goodbye to John?
Don't be mean. It wasn't the best joke, but it was something. An attempt to lighten the mood. Clover didn't laugh. She stood stock still and said nothing.
Hey, Clover. Can you hear me?
Perhaps it was something he'd said, or perhaps it was something else. Are we about to get Clover lore? Suddenly, her mouth opened, and she whispered in a dry, dead voice.
My brother might be dead.
Right. There was that. There was that!
Huh?
That's why we couldn't find him.
You know, I kind of figured that was what had happened. But I thought, she had known. Then just couldn't tell them for some reason.
If he's dead, I'm going to be next.
Are you sure? Suddenly, the operating room felt very, very cold.
What are you talking about? What's wrong with you?
He gave her a small shake, but she still didn't respond. The silence grew heavier. Or?
Let's just get out of here. We've got the key. Let's use it. That cool with you?
Yeah.
Clover nodded, almost imperceptibly. Still, Junpei was glad to see that she was at least somewhat responsive.
Then it's time to go.
He put his hand on her shoulder and guided her to the preparation room. No, it's the preparation room, but it's like that's a common mistake. As they arrived at the door, she suddenly stopped.
I'm sorry.
What was this? Why was she apologizing? Junpei wasn't sure what to make of her. Was she emotionally unstable because her brother had gone missing? Yeah, maybe, Junpei. Hey, Seer.
I'm really sorry. Just forget everything I told you, okay? Don't worry about it, really. I mean it.
How could anyone pretend not to hear something like that? But something told him this wasn't the time to press the issue. Thank you for the hide, right? Junpei gave her the warmest, kindest smile he could manage.
All right.
Thank you.
Junpei's a good guy. At least. I am looking directly at Date. Her smile was weak. It was almost painful to watch.
Damn, what the hell took you guys so long?
Thank you for sticking around while you're almost sleepy times. This here. Seven looked up as they walked into the room, clearly irritated.
You playing doctor in there or something?
Yeah, actually, we're just having a good time.
Maybe. Jealous?
Seven avoided answering the question. They stood in front of the door. Junpei took out the Jupiter key.
All right. I'm gonna open it now. Is that cool?
You don't need to keep asking, just do it, alright?
Fine then.
He slid the key into the keyhole and turned it. He felt it unlock. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. The door opened with a soft, melancholy creak. Beyond it lay a simple, white hallway. I'm not sure that's what we're looking at here. It looks kind of dark. There was no fanfare or confetti. There's usually fanfare when I clear a room. Obviously, there was no one there to applaud them. They simply walked through the door. That was it.
All right. Let's get going.
Hey man, what's up with you? You're so serious, you know? Can't you sound more happy, you know, get a little excited?
We're 4 to 5 hours away from dying?
Not really.
Junpei turned away from Seven and took his first step down the simple, white hallway.
My brother might be dead. I'm going to be next.
Clover had told him only a few minutes before that her brother was probably dead, and she was likely to follow him.
Like hell I can. Not after hearing something like that.
Yeah. I found it! There's the fanfare. They left the operating room. The hallway took them around several corners and past several doors, but they were all locked.
There too, huh? Every door in this place is locked up tight.
How about that one?
The final door was hidden in the corner of the hall. That looks like the same kind of door they use for the dead, the red and the dead. I don't know.
Try.
Junpei grabbed the handle. As he made to push it open, a voice stopped him. The voice came from behind him, and belonged to neither Seven nor Clover. Snake?
Jumpy!
Oh shit!
Huh?
He spun around. He saw someone running toward him from the other end of the hallway. There were 3 people coming toward Junpei and his companions.
June? And Santa. And Lotus too.
I forgot how few of us there are left at this point. They pulled up short in front of Junpei, breathing hard.
Whoa! What the hell is this?
What are you doing here?
Aren't y'all, like, used to this already? I think we had kind of, like... established we'd be meeting up at some point after we got through the doors.
What? But we didn't.
Before he could finish, Clover spoke.
Hey guys, could you come take a look at this?
She was standing near the end of a small hallway that branched off to the right. The rest of them ran over to her, curious as what she had found.
Look on the wall here.
There was something on the wall at the end of the hallway.
A map of the ship's interior?
A new map!
It says C deck. So it's the map for this floor then?
Door 7 and door 8. Yep, they both eventually end up at this hallway.
Which one did I go through again? I think it was door 7? I think it was door 7. Yeah, because we didn't have, like, this big curving, like, hallway thing. We had, like, the couple of, like, little closety rooms. Yeah, and you go through the hallway and from there. In fact...
Yeah, isn't that what I said? We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9.
Thank you, 7!
We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. And that's how the nonary game works.
I see.
Junpei looked at the map of the ship's interior again.
Wait a sec. Hey, could this lead to...
This is... similar quality? As he looked more closely, his surprising excitement gave way to weariness.
Oh.
You've got to be kidding me.
One by one, the others saw what he'd seen. Is that the infirmary? No.
We may as well go.
Yeah.
They moved as one for the door.
Oh, almost forgot. We should keep this.
This couldn't be... Is this the other door? The one that was like... that didn't have a number painted on it? In the infirmary? The 6 of them stood in front of the door, arrayed in a semicircle. Santa stepped forward. He took hold of the door and spoke, without looking back at the other 5.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
Slowly, all 5 nodded their silent assent. With a deep breath, Santa threw open the door. What could happen? It's fine. They poured through the doorway and into the room. Even without looking around, each one of them knew where they were.
I knew it.
They were just where the map said they would be.
We're back.
Yep.
In the hospital room.
I see. I believe I understand what you're saying.
We got Ace back! Hope you had a good nap.
The 6 of you split into 2 teams and went through doors 7 and 8. You solved the puzzles in the operating room and the laboratory, and then met one another in the hallway after opening your respective locked doors.
He looked like anyone might, after only just waking up, but it seemed that his brain was working as well as ever. I mean, now we've got, like, easy passage into that area, I guess, for as much as that matters. He had managed to grasp, summarize, and understand each team's report.
At any rate, I feel a bit silly for my little show of altruism. I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though.
Ace shook his head with a rueful smile.
Well, we saw each other again and we ain't dead, so I'd say that's good enough.
7 smiled. I like 7.
Anyway, I say we get out of this creepy old place. We found the key we need.
The key?
Ain't that what I just said? I'm talking about the Jupiter key. We found it in the operating room.
Oh, that's right! It wasn't just for that door.
Right, Junpei?
Yeah.
Junpei nodded.
Oh, the solar system keys. We found a couple more in the laboratory and the kitchen. Here, the Earth key and the Saturn key card.
Hey! And with that, she pressed them into Junpei's hand. Why Junpei? The metal key had the Earth symbol on it, and the key card had the Saturn symbol on it. Ah, so true, Kame. Also, hey. Good to see you.
I might lose it. It's probably better if you hold on to it. That way it won't be my fault if it gets lost.
I love the convenient excuse to give the cards and keys to Junpei. Hey, Matsuo.
Yeah, on it.
Junpei felt slightly less than honored.
Now we have 3 keys that we haven't used yet.
Yeah,
I mean, y'all have used these keys?
the Jupiter key that we found in the operating room, the Earth key that Lotus just gave me, and the Saturn key card that Lotus said was in the kitchen.
Saturn keycard was for the elevators, right? I think that was the case. Junpei tucked the new keys into his pockets. What else is so true, Connie? June spoke up.
The Jupiter key is supposed to be for the door at the end of that long, straight hallway, right?
Yeah. If the map's right, then it connects to the central staircase. Then, next to the stairs...
Wait!
Oh? They were the first words that anyone had heard out of Clover in quite some time. Oh shit! Thank you for the gift subs? Also, thank you for the host, Kazik. Funny timing on that. Holy fuck. Goddamn. Sorry, I'm just like tabbed out as I'm like scrolling through all these. Hell yeah. Pog as hell. And also, hi, Osmon. Nice time to come into stream, huh? Thank you so much. That is so true. I was just gonna make a mediocre joke about how Clover had said exactly one word here.
I'm a gnome, and you've been.
Thank you for the no, and thank you for checking the stream. Oh boy, hell yeah. Her face suggested that they weren't going to be very happy words.
What about door 3?
Slayer. She's got a point. I mean, if we look at the map, we'd be able to see if it just loops around again. Got fucking gnomed. And thank you for the hydrate, Kazik. And the stretch. I can only do so much stretch. I have a cat in my lap.
I ate this food.
I did in fact eat this food.
You're going into orbit, you stupid muff.
Hey, Cordy. Good to see ya.
Look, you saw the map, right?
Hope you're having a good day.
It's the same as 7 and 8. Just lead us back to the big hospital room.
Well, yeah, but we found
have
shit
a
in
good
there.
meal.
There's no point to seeing what's on the other side of that door.
There is, though. We could find another key. Oh shit, Ian VTubers, hell yeah! Thank you for volunteering from there. It's good to know that people are actually going through those links, honestly. But I'm doing well. I napped with cats a lot today, honestly. But it was nice. You need that sometimes.
There is a point. At least there is for me.
You're going into orbit, you stupid muff.
That line in the middle of all of this. Hell yeah, Arlisman. But yeah, I probably should have figured this was what she was getting at. There were tears in her eyes, but she glared at Seven as hard as she could, just the same. Hey, Antarctica. Good to see ya. She looked very much like a frightened puppy. Oh, baby. There wasn't a man alive who could have resisted those eyes. Seven looked everywhere in the room except at Clover and muttered and coughed apologies under his breath.
Yeah, you're right, I'm sorry. Snake might be on the other side of door 3.
Clover nodded once. The next person to speak was Ace.
Very well. I'll be coming with you then.
I feel like... Because we need to... If we're going for a digital route of 3, I feel like 1 would be kind of... I don't know. It's good that he's coming along. But, okay, so 1 plus 4, in order to get to 3, we need to get up to 12. So we need to add a 7 at least. Yeah. And we've got... Because Junpei was... 5... Yeah, he was 5. So he can't really come along on this, because he would just kind of screw up the numbering. Well... Yeah, no, because then you would need to grab Snake, and we do not have Snake right now.
I've had a nice long rest. I think it's time I was up and about again.
So yes, it's gonna be... You, Ace, and 7, Clover. Gotcha. Thank you for dropping by, Ellersman.
So 7, you'll help me, won't you?
Huh? Me?
Junpei did the calculations quickly in his head. 4 plus 1 plus 7 equals 12. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Hey, thank you for the gift sub, Tarlesman, Connie. Hell yeah. Thank you so much for all the gifts. It looked like 7 was doing them too. At last he gave up.
Damn. Well, I guess that's how it's gotta be.
I mean, it could have been with Lotus, but
So I'm going with you, huh?
It was 3 again. Santa, right? I'm just like looking for any possibility of like where Junpei could have gone with, because like 4 plus 5, 9 plus 3, yeah. Hey, and the gift sub to Antarctica, hell yeah! Thank you. Very far. Sheesh is right. I really do appreciate it.
Yes, you are.
It's hard to know what to say, honestly.
Alright, let's get moving.
Nice. Emo time. And so it was decided that Clover, Ace, and 7 would discover what lay beyond door 3. And thank you for the gift sub to Corzelic. Holy shit, let's go! Let's fucking go! And hey, Ian. Wait, hold up. You had chatted before, hadn't you? Anyway, oh, right. You had followed before. That was it. I was like, I've already seen your name, but it's showing first time chat. But, yeah, that's how I'm feeling. Yeah. Kill streak. That's about right. But thank you again. Oh my god. I've a limited bank of responses. I appreciate that so much. And hey, I should check.
We're heading out.
Well, I'll worry about if however far I am from emote slot number 9 later. I think that's gonna take quite a bit, though.
Be careful.
Whoa. Didn't think I'd be hearing that from you, Lotus.
Don't let it go to your head. I'd be in trouble if the 3 of you bought it. The rest of us can't open the 9 door.
Ah, the truth comes out.
7 nodded as if this answer made much more sense, and pulled the lever on the red. What is it gonna take, actually? You know, I might as well check. Because don't feel like when I say this that you have to do something. I appreciate it very much. But don't... I don't want this to be like, hey, you specifically have to buy this amount. But... nothing, actually. We got it. Hello? I'm pretty sure that's the maximum. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah, going into channel analytics, where the fuck does it have the... I can never remember this shit. Because, like, there's a specific place where it shows you, like, how many subscriber points you have, and that's what it determines all the stuff off of. But... Because... The emote slots. Where's the thing? 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 There it is. Yes, help article. That's max, right? Yep. Holy shit. 50 subscriber points. Yeah, that's like... You need to have, 50 active subs, essentially, at one time in order to get the 9th slot? I think there's, like, some leeway with that, but, like, in terms of, like, some people can have theirs expired, I don't know. But, like, we did it. I was thinking, like, oh, maybe, at 50 I have, like, 43, but I have the slots. We're there. We're at max now. Huh. I mean, it says 43 now. I think it's just because it hasn't updated yet on my analytics page, but... Holy shit. Thank you so much for getting me there. I was thinking, like, oh, you know, if I want to accomplish that, I'd probably have to do, like, a subathon, and I'd be down for that, and it'd be a good thing to do on anniversary, but don't worry about it, but, we're there. We got it. Thank you for 7 more gift subs. Hello? Hello? Yeah, just making sure. Yeah. Yeah. As you do. And also, thank you, sir, for the gift sub as well. Damn. Let's fucking go. I didn't know there's like a little special bit of text where you like buy a gift sub when you'd already gotten one in the same stream. Or, like, when yours is the current gifted. Anyway. Fuck around and find out. Yeah, honestly. I mean, now I don't have to worry about that shit anymore. Until I get partnered. But that's gonna be, Yeah, I can't either. I want the Seer emotes. I want them. So yeah, related. If you want to follow Seer... Oh, yeah, baby! I'm looking forward to seeing it happen. Anyway, video games, right? We were playing those. I'll think about emotes later. I've got...
Okay, we're off.
3 normal emote slots now, and 2 animated? The door opened, and Ace, Clover, and 7 jumped through it. 6, 7, 8... Oh no, Seer! You gotta upload the emotes, so I can use them. After exactly 9 seconds, the door closed noisily. I'm glad someone's checking out the door.
Huh?
Regardless of the reasoning behind it. You forgot her.
Get moving.
Where are we going?
Everyone except Lotus seemed rather confused.
Well, it would be a waste of time to just sit around, wouldn't it? Let me explain.
Yeah, no, she's right.
Oh, I get it. We're gonna see if we can get anywhere interesting with the Jupiter key.
Yeah, June?
Yes. If we're lucky, we might find Snake.
Snacky. They were at the end of the hallway, lined by individual hospital rooms.
And here's the Jupiter symbol on the keyhole.
All right, Junpei, open it if you please.
Yeah, on it.
Junpei pulled the Jupiter key out of his pocket and slid it into the keyhole. He twisted. Just himself. He twisted. Welcome to his twisted mind. With a nice sharp click, he felt the door unlock. Junpei sucked in a breath, held it, and opened the door as quietly as he could. That's new. He usually slams them. Inside was exactly what he expected to see from the map of the ship's interior. So true, Watermelon. I was trying not to make the joke, but believe me, it was on my mind. They were in a tremendous hall, almost like a ballroom, with a massive central staircase.
Great, back to the beginning. You sure this is a good idea?
You're a fucking idiot, Santa. I'm just gonna say that now.
What do you mean?
Well, we already searched every inch of this room, didn't we? I'm asking you if there's any reason we came back here.
Of course there's a reason. Man, sometimes I can't tell if you're smart or just lucky.
It's lucky.
Huh?
This.
Junpei pulled two things out of his pockets. I love he just lays into him if you choose that option. Deserved.
Key card. And the Earth key? I'm lost.
Bro! Did you forget? Already? It's only been 4 hours.
Santa cocked his head to one side, like an inquisitive bird, and looked at them. After several long moments, during which it became apparent that Santa had no idea what the cards meant, June took pity on him. It's okay to have few brain cells. You're right. I don't have very many myself.
Don't you remember, Santa? On C deck, where we are now, there was a big elevator behind the stairs, remember? And next to the elevator, there was a card reader with the Saturn symbol on it. And on A deck, on the door to the left, there was a keyhole with the Earth symbol on it, I think.
Huh. So true.
So the 2 keys that Jumpy has?
Should let us use the elevator and the door on A deck. Huh.
Took you that long?
Yes, that's right.
That much explanation? I love June, though, yeah. She's adorable. June smiled, pleased with herself. So did Santa.
All right, I got it. Let's get started then.
You don't deserve to feel pleased with yourself.
What do you say we split into 2 teams? Lotus and I will search the Earth one, so you 2 can search Saturn, all right?
Sounds good. Then you guys should take this key.
Junpei handed the Earth key to Santa. They decided that their initial search should be brief.
We have no idea what's on the other side of these, so don't go too far. Just search for 10 minutes and come back.
Plan decided, the 2 teams split it up. Split it? I guess. Junpei and June headed for the elevators.
There's a card reader next to the left elevator.
Then let's try out the Saturn key card.
I didn't even realize that there's only one card reader. A light on the upper left corner blinked to life.
Great! It looks like it's working now.
All right. Now, how do I call the elevator?
There was a single button to the right of the elevator door. Maybe try that shit. You know, maybe.
Oh, it only has the upside down triangle on it.
Can only go down.
I guess there's no up button. Well, we may as well try pushing this one.
I like that she describes it as the upside down triangle. The down button? The door slid shut, and they heard the grinding of the motor as the elevator car moved down. What? Oh, they're in it. I thought... No, actually, it's been...
It opened! Look, Jumpy!
This isn't the top, but we can't go... Yeah, we're on C deck right now. June's voice was excited. but Junpei could hear a tinge of anxiety.
Sweet, it opened. Let's get going.
This looks safe. Looks like an Iron Maiden that got all the spikes removed. He grinned at June and stepped toward the open door. As he was about to set foot in it, he felt a hand on his arm.
Wait.
What?
I'm not really, I just, oh gosh.
Junpei was at something of a loss. What could she possibly be so frightened of? I don't know! The creepy elevator? June was probably afraid of being locked up alone with a boy. I don't think that's it, Junpei. That's a good point, actually. We can't go back up. She was afraid because the only elevator button pointed down. That meant, of course, that the elevator couldn't go any higher than the floor they were on. As he thought about it, Junpei realized he hadn't seen elevators on the A or B decks near the central staircase. All of which meant that the elevator could only convey them to the lower decks, where it's flooded!
Come to think of it, the lower floor, D deck, is completely underwater. An elevator heading to a submerged floor. That is pretty scary.
Maybe she's just claustrophobic, you're right.
Hey, wait a minute. This elevator came up from somewhere under us, right?
I thought the text said that the elevator was coming down.
Well, yes, I guess it did. It didn't open right away after you pressed the button.
Did it have to drain?
There was a motor noise like it was moving, and then it opened.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I thought she meant when it got here.
So, take a look inside.
Junpei jerked his head toward the interior of the elevator.
It's not wet at all, is it? The walls and even the floor are totally dry.
Oh, that's the moment. Okay, you have to be stupid. Gotcha.
Oh, you're right. They are.
But the door probably wouldn't have been opened at any point after it started flooding on the lower floors. I don't know. She looked around the elevator, slightly embarrassed.
Well, let's test it.
Test it?
Yeah, watch this. Now, I'll just put one foot inside the elevator and look over at the buttons.
What could happen?
Oh, there's only two, E and C.
Oh.
All right, I'll push E.
He pushed the E button and jumped out of the elevator. The door slid shut and they heard the grinding of the motor as the elevator car moved down.
I think I can hear it opening on E deck.
Okay, that's done. Now I'll just press the button again.
A few moments later, the elevator returned. Not flooded.
Not a single drop of water to be seen. See?
Junpei couldn't resist puffing out his chest, just a little bit. June, however, still looked confused.
What does that mean? How can E deck be safe if the D deck is full of water?
That's a good point, though.
Well, here's what I think. The elevator shaft and E deck must be watertight and separated from wherever the ship's been punctured. Here, let me show you.
He pulled out his notebook and pens and sketched out a rough illustration.
I see. So is that why the ship hasn't sunk?
That actually would make a lot of
The
sense.
shape of the inside keeps it all from filling with water?
Yeah, I think that's what's going on.
Junpei continued talking as he closed the notebook and slipped it back into his pocket.
So I'm gonna go down and check it out. You stay here, alright?
But...
Come on, just do it, alright?
What could happen? He gave June's shoulder a reassuring squeeze, then hopped onto the elevator. He pushed the E button, and the door began to close. June looked worried, her eyes darting back and forth as if she was trying to make a decision, when suddenly...
I'm coming with you!
Huh?
At the last possible moment, June dashed forward, turning sideways just in time to slip through the gap between the closing doors.
Hey, wait!
Junpei jammed his finger against the open button, but it was too late.
Oh, crap. It closed.
The door had shut, and he and June were in the elevator, and it was headed down to the E deck. Goodbye, Junpei, you little shit. Junpei dies. He was so surprised by June that he didn't even have time to think about what awaited him on the E deck.
I can't just let you go alone, you know.
Ah, jeez.
The elevator stopped, and the door slid open. They tentatively stepped out and looked around.
It looks normal.
What could happen? No fish going about their fishy business, or jellyfish floating lazily through the water. There was, however, a blowfish. Or at least something like very much like one. June's cheeks were puffed out, and her mouth a tiny, intense frown.
Oh, knock it off. It's just like I thought. This part hasn't flooded. Come on, just look around. There's no water here.
June looked around nervously, then exhaled.
You're right. It's not flooded at all.
See?
But there's a whole lot of water.
Yeah, right on top of us.
What's gonna happen if the ceiling breaks?
Don't worry about it. Junpei thought about that for a moment.
We'd probably die.
Oh no. Don't be so casual about something like that.
At any rate, we should probably go back as soon as we can, once we're done looking around down here. Lotus and Santa might already be back.
Okay, good idea.
Now then.
Junpei glanced around the room they found themselves in. The first thing he noticed was a set of thick iron bars. They ran the length of the room, separating the left elevator from the right one.
Iron bars. Well, we can't go over there.
Right.
Then maybe...
In the corner of the room that housed the elevators, Junpei found an opening.
Well...
He walked up to it and stuck his head around the corner.
It looks like there's a long straight hallway down this way.
6. And we would make a 2? I believe? Yeah, because we'd add together for... No, wait. Yeah, no, that's correct. Yeah, 5 to 6.
Something's written on the door at the end. Wait, is that...
Not like they could go together through a door, because we need at least 3 people, but...
Let's check.
If we brought Clover... Junpei and June set off down the hallway at a brisk clip, somewhere between a run and a jog. Before long, they found themselves in front of the door. On it was a number written in bright red paint. 6.
I knew it!
This is a numbered door!
And indeed, there was a red bolted to the wall right next to the door. Well, if you, like, climb up on the ceiling and enter it from that angle, it would be the 9 door, so I think...
But we can't do anything with only the 2 of us.
We better head back and let everyone know.
Yes.
Junpei and June turned and headed back to C deck.
Wait, what's this?
On their way back, Junpei noticed a map on the wall. Another map! Let's go.
Is this the map for E-Deck? I should take it with me. Huh, so you guys found door 1.
They'd met back up with Santa and Lotus, who had explained what they'd found. Apparently, there was another numbered door on A deck, just like the one on E deck, beyond the door that the Earth Key had opened. According to Santa and Lotus, there was a 1 on the door.
So now we've located 2 new doors, the 6 door and the 1 door.
You know, it is interesting that E-Deck wasn't flooded.
Lotus was quiet for a moment, lost in thought.
Well, we don't really know if all of E-Deck is safe. We only checked the area around the elevator.
Even so, it's still very interesting.
You said the 6th door was there, right?
Yes.
Then that means Zero planned all this out, even the sinking. That would have meant some pretty serious remodeling of the ship's interior.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting.
Yeah, I wonder how long it took. I can't even imagine how much it must have cost.
It would have been a ton, that's for sure.
Well, that does go along with what Ace was saying. The most reasonable explanation would be that this was done by some organization with access to a whole lot of cash.
Yes, it does make sense.
That thought made them all go quiet for a moment. What big corporation wants all of us dead? But in an entertaining way. June bit her lip while Lotus sighed softly to herself, and Santa cracked a stiff neck and stared off into the distance at nothing. It's fine.
Yeah?
I don't think it's a very good idea to stay here.
June looked up at Junpei with large bleeding eyes. Yeah. Actually, what number would we all make together? Because we got... 3, 5, 6, and 8. Let's see. 8 and 8 plus 6, 16, 22, 4. Damn it.
Yeah, you're right. Ace and his team might be back already.
Well, Junpei and I should be able to open door 1.
That at least is true.
Huh? You guys
Wait.
leaving me behind?
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Yeah, 8, 6, 5, 19, plus 1, or 1 plus 9 is 10, then... Easy as that.
Just kidding. Alright, let's go.
Well... Lotus's words were all the impetus they needed. Back to the large hospital room they went. I thought it would have been cool to check out door 1. I think Santa could have just, you know, gone back and told them. I don't know. The moment they stepped inside, a tremendous voice echoed across the room.
Hey! Where the hell did you guys go?
Oh yeah, we kind of didn't warn them. It was 7.
7?
Yeah, that's kind of worrying for us to just disappear. Ace was right behind him, and Clover was behind Ace, although she seemed to be hanging back.
What's wrong?
It looked as though there was something strange about them. 7 had the look of a man who'd seen a ghost. Ace was just as pale, and Clover looked as though she was only moments from passing out entirely. For a long moment, they simply stood there, looking at one another. Junpei looked around nervously, waiting for someone else to speak. No one did. He looked at 7.
What happened?
What the hell kind of question is that?
7 was trying very hard to be angry, but something had shaken him, hard. His shoulders were trembling, and his voice was strained. What'd you find behind that door, buddy?
Snake is...
7 couldn't finish. He just looked away, his face twisted by... Junpei wasn't sure what. Instead, Ace spoke. He took a deep breath, closed his eyes, and spoke.
Snake is... dead.
There it is. Snake! Snake! Snake!
He died, just as the 9th man did.
Oh, he went through that door alone because he knew that they would have needed to leave someone behind. It was as if all the air had suddenly been sucked out of the room. Junpei felt his heartbeat quicken, and he realized he was having trouble breathing. He could feel cold sweat beading on his forehead and neck. June, Santa, and Lotus looked the way he felt. All 3 were frozen in place, their faces white. You know, considering which door was left... Although actually... Because they had gone through... 1... 4... 7... 11... They got through door 3. Snake is 2. Ace? helped him. Unless... Oh. Wait. No, I was gonna say he might have taken the ninth man's... whatever they were calling the little wristwatches. The bands. But that would just make another 2.
Oh my god. That's not true, is it?
We should make sure.
Yeah, right. We should.
Yep. Yeah. Did Ace force him through the door? I don't think he would have abandoned Clover just on his own. I don't know. Unless Ace is like somehow secretly, I don't know, her real brother, and he was like mad that like Snake was, I don't know. A weird ass theory, just as like wild thing to throw out there, because that sometimes I don't trust Uchikoshi to not be wild like that. They nodded to one another and headed for the number 3 door.
Wait, not that way.
What?
What? Why not?
Yeah, my mental gears are grinding hard right now. They stopped short and turned to look at 7. He was pointing at the door with no number. Hell yeah, food time.
I stuck a screwdriver in there to keep the door from closing all the way.
Although, not the first time to be saying that when we're about to look at a corpse.
It's not locked, so you can go in that way.
Where is he?
The shower room. Left side of the hallway. I put a broom in there too to keep the door open.
Well, that means we can get in without going through the numbered door, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then let's go.
Their new destination clear. Junpei and his companions headed for the door with no number. Once in the hallway, it was easy to spot the metal door on the left wall.
This wasn't open when we passed here before.
But now, just as Seven had said, there is a broom stuck between the door and the frame, keeping it open.
Well, let's keep going.
I appreciate all the work that Seven has been doing to keep doors open. They looked at it for a moment and then stepped inside.
Oh, it smells horrible.
Yeah, there's a body here. Lotus wrinkled her nose and covered her mouth in disgust. Even Santa pinched his nose shut. But if this is like at the exit of where the door number 3 would come out, how would he have made it there in time? I suppose he has... No, because like... he has 81 seconds before he gets killed, or effectively 90. So a minute and a half.
Ugh, yeah, this is pretty awful. I feel like I'm gonna puke.
A body has been discovered. You're right. It was just as bad as they said, perhaps worse. A hideous smell filled the air, so thick they could almost taste it. It was sour, and smelled of fish, feces, and burnt meat. It worked its way through Junpei's nose and down his throat, to pound against the entrance to his stomach. He put his hands over his mouth, and struggled to keep what little was in his stomach where it belonged.
Where is he? Where's Snake?
LR? They didn't have to wonder where the body was. There was blood everywhere. A few arms of the splatter reaching toward them as they walked in through the door. All one had to do was follow the many radial arms to their source. The body itself was hidden behind a divider.
June, you should stay here.
But...
Please, just do me a favor, okay? Alright?
He didn't give her a chance to say no. He put his hand on her shoulder, as if to shove her into the ground like a tent pole. Turned and walked toward the end of the divider.
I'm going in.
There's 2 L's. Yeah. It felt like an eternity for him to get there. Santa and Lotus followed, timid and nervous as a pair of children. Eventually, they reached the divider. Oh, there are two L's. I thought you just meant the L of losing Snake. They looked at one another and nodded slowly. Junpei put his hands on the divider and peered around the corner. For a moment, he forgot to breathe. He felt his heart collapse into his chest like an empty cigarette carton, and time froze. He knew in that instant that he would take the image before him to the grave. What was left of the body sat in a sea of blood. Chunks of flesh, torn from the body, sat in the blood like tiny islands in a great red sea. A vast, ragged hole had been torn in the torso, and what remained of his intestines spilled out of it like fresh spaghetti. There's 3 L's. Right. Smaller chunks of meat had splattered against the wall, and became stuck there as they dried. Globules of yellowish fat had left trails like tiny slugs as gravity had pulled them down the wall, even as they dried to it.
Just like he said.
Santa's voice was strained. Junpei suspected that he was holding down some vomit of his own.
Just like the Ninth Man. The detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut.
Hey Junpei, now you've seen 2 bodies like this! It looked as though the explosion had been quite powerful.
Oh god. The bone is coming out of his left arm. It's definitely an open fracture.
I don't think that's the main concern here! His legs were both bent in an odd, unnatural way, and his left arm had split open, exposing the painfully white bone of his ulna. His bracelet lay next to him. It seemed to have hit the wall hard enough to have shattered the display, which lay on the ground in pieces.
Oh, the face. It's horrible.
Yeah, can't even tell who it is.
Half of his head simply collapsed. The blood coating almost made it look like a raw pizza dough covered in tomato sauce. Great comparison. Also, the fact that you can't tell who it is. His clothes, too, were covered in blood. The burgundy tie, the white shirt, and the jacket with the yellow piping, and the gray slacks.
But the clothes are...
They were all familiar to Junpei.
No mistake about it. It's Snake.
Lotus's voice was unnaturally deep and strained, and Junpei heard it catch in her throat. Little sus. How'd he get there? The squeal of tortured metal made Junpei's teeth curl. It sounded like the noise a ghost would make. That's what happens when you go to medbay with someone so true. No matter how many times he heard it, he never got used to it. Every time, it put him on edge. It didn't help that there was a girl nearby who looked far more like a ghost than a living human should. It was Clover. She sat on the edge of the bed, her head drooping listlessly onto her chest. Her eyes were blank, and stared across the room at nothing. Her breathing was slow and mechanical. You got among us, God. Aside from the rise and fall of her chest, she didn't move. Junpei felt as if even a nudge would cause her to shatter to pieces. Even if, let me read that properly. Even if a nudge might cause her to shatter into 1,000 pieces. Failure! Didn't do it!
Snake was probably murdered. Chances are he was killed the same way the Ninth Man was.
7 lowered his voice, likely in an effort to keep Clover from hearing what he had to say. Okay, so the obvious answer to that was Ace. But there's alternatives here. Because in order to make 3 from 2, you could also add in... And it'd be easier if there were 3 people, because then they could bring him into that area and then, like, try to force his bracelet off. Let's see, because you'd want to make 12. So in order to do that... 7 and 3? Would... I'd feel... I want to trust 7. I want to trust 7, though. But we know it would have been Junpei. It's... God, I hope it's not June. But hypothetically. Well, if it was June, it would be June and Clover. The imposter vented and slapped him up. Yeah. That's it. 9. Well, if someone had the 9 bracelet, which is possible, 7 made sure to make sure that that area was accessible still. And with the 9 bracelet, you would want... you'd want a 1. Yeah, because 1 plus 2 plus 9 would get you to digital root of 3. And in that case, it could be Ace, and Ace could still take him through further into the area. Ace, of course, didn't go through the first area with us, but there's nothing stopping him from going back there. There were 4 other people in the room with Junpei and 7. Hey, Sentinel, good to see ya. Ace, Santa, June, and Lotus. 7 looked at each one of them in turn and continued.
It's pretty straightforward. Not that hard to figure out how they did it. First, the killers got Snake to authenticate on the red to open door 3.
Killers, plural?
Then they shoved him into it. Alone.
Oh, you know what? The door wouldn't unlock at all if they didn't have 3 people. I forgot about that aspect. So true, Sentinel, though. So, yeah. You would have to be... Although that's where they get ya. Then that's why it still could have been Ace, because Ace could have gotten the 9 bracelet, shoved Snake in, using his bracelet, 9's bracelet, and Snake's bracelet. But it's been a good time. It's been interesting. Oh, Watermelon, that's a good point. Yeah, they could have gotten, like, enough people to authenticate it without Snake, in theory. And just not even... So it's the like, right combination doesn't even necessarily have to be including Snake.
And waited 9 seconds for the door to shut. Once that door shut, it was all over for Snake. But he didn't give up. He probably knew it wouldn't do him any good, but he probably ran into the shower room looking for the dead. It was a small chance, but it wasn't like he had anything to lose.
Okay, good to know that the shower room is like a reasonable spot that the dead could have been.
Unfortunately, it didn't work. The detonator is only deactivated if everybody who authenticated when they went in uses the dead.
Okay, it is actually in there.
Snake was the only one who went through the door. And then, 81 seconds after he was shoved in, that happened.
The fact that he is narrating all this tells me this isn't what happened.
I see. So that's what you meant by killers, huh? You need at least 3 people to open one of the numbered doors, including Snake. It wouldn't open for Snake and a single killer.
Yeah. That means we're looking at multiple perps here.
Junpei crossed his arms and grunted.
Well, just in case, I want to make sure.
I mean, Ace, if he had like realized that he needed to not go through the door with them because the numbers didn't work out. Fucked up way of making that sacrifice.
Let's say you're right. When do you think Snake was killed?
When we all split up to look for the parts for the Reds, I think.
But he couldn't have been, because there was someone in this room the whole time, I'm pretty sure. I think Santa was in here.
Right after that was when we noticed he was gone.
Unless. Because Santa is 3, so in order to make 12 with 3, potentially 2 and 1 other, 5, 7? Yeah, but I don't think it would have been him. Santa... if he didn't use... Santa, if he had bracelet number 9, well, that would have made 12 right there. So it doesn't really work in that case.
Then that means none of us have alibis. We were all off searching the rooms we'd been assigned, looking for those parts.
Yeah. That means anybody could be a killer.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
June seemed shocked.
How can you say that so casually? You're implying that one of us is a killer.
Well, not just one of us. If I'm right, then at least 2 of us are murderers.
Oh boy.
Why don't you calm down a bit, Seven?
Don't like that you're the one saying this.
What are you going to gain by being so suspicious? That's what Zero wants, you know?
What Zero wants?
Exactly. This game was set up by Zero, wasn't it? Any game has a winner and loser. Whoever makes it through door 9 is a winner, and those who don't are the losers.
You can have 3 to 5 people go through a door.
Zero is trying to make us fight against one another for that victory.
Then you're saying that Zero is trying to split us up by making us fight each other?
That is literally what he just said, yes.
Yes. That is why we can't let ourselves fall prey to suspicion.
It is 3 to 5. So that's why it couldn't have been, like, the killer and Snake.
We have to trust one another and form a strong bond of friendship.
Yeah, of course you would be saying that, buddy.
Otherwise, we'll end up ensnared by Zero's manipulations.
Then does that mean that the person who killed Snake...
Yes. Almost certainly Zero himself.
Zero notably is a number.
If there's anyone we should doubt, it should be Zero.
Zero? Oh. Zero is like a potential third man who doesn't change the number they get.
He masterminded this game and kidnapped all of us. Doesn't it seem reasonable that he would have killed Snake as well?
No, actually.
Good question.
That doesn't seem reasonable. Why would he specifically go out of his way to kill one person? Unless he knew too much. When... Yeah, but like, he had made a point of giving him information. So... I don't think so. Junpei hadn't really considered that.
If Zero killed Snake, then Zero is on the ship with us.
Junpei? Was Zero still on the ship with them? Just from like a writing perspective, I feel like the right answer has to be of course, but I'm not sure what tells us that. Because everything so far is automated. There's... I mean, if Zero's still on the ship, they risk drowning with us, but that might be part of the game for them. So why would... I mean, obviously Zero could be on the other side of the door waiting for them, but that puts them at risk of being just, like, killed in retaliation once they make it through. Is there anything that would tell them... Because nothing has, like, changed as we've gone through. That hasn't been, like, something that we did, as far as I remember. I don't think there's any indication that Zero has to be on the ship with them. If anything... Yeah, if anything, there's been every indication to show that Zero isn't here. He is watching from somewhere else. If they're even doing that. He wasn't sure.
Something's still strange.
Hmm? What was that?
Well, I'm just wondering about one thing.
And what's that?
How can you be so sure that Zero's on this ship?
Yeah, it's suspect that he's so certain about that when we haven't gotten any hints of that. Ace's eyebrows shot up.
Really, Junpei? I confess I'm a little disappointed. Usually you're rather sharp. Isn't it obvious?
Wait, it is?
This ship.
Huh?
Zero said, "This ship," several times when he addressed us.
Dude, what? That can't be. That can't be. No fucking... This is dumb as hell. This is bad justification.
Here, he wouldn't say "this ship," would he?
No, fuck you. No, fuck you. This is wrong.
He'd be saying something like, "that ship," or "the ship."
No.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
No, that doesn't make sense, Junpei. Ace's explanation made perfect sense. Junpei felt a little foolish that he hadn't seen it himself. No, fuck you. No, it's wrong. We're not basing this off of grammar. He said this ship because they're on it. Or he wanted them to think he was on it. He can just say things. Man, I mean, yeah, Zero would have fucked up the res, but he could have done that and then left. He did that in advance. Still, he was left with the question, and it was one of no small importance. We're just moving past this?
If Zero's on the ship, where is he?
They put him back, didn't they? Like, they found the guts. Oh, right. Right, yeah, they had come back and they were suddenly just fixed. By whoever had gone through the door. Suddenly, everyone went very quiet. The silence was cold and clammy, and Junpei could feel it crawling across his back and around his throat. Thank you, Connie. Again, he heard the ghosting moaning noise. Don't want to hear that. And moments later, a person who looked more ghost than human appeared. It was Clover. She looked at the floor as she spoke, and her voice was a cold monotone. I think too, buddy.
I think Zero is one of us.
We're just now considering this possibility. Every human body in the room froze. The only sound was the muffled rustling of breath. Eyes started from face to face. One of those faces was the face of their jailer. Okay. You know what's going on here. Snake is Zero. Faked his death. In order to, make them doubt each other, blah 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 blah, get out of the game to be able to manage it directly from now on. But who? Was he one of them? That's possible.
Well, that's possible.
Huh?
Like Clover said, Zero might be one of us.
Among Us, literally?
What are you saying, Jumpy? Didn't you hear what Ace said?
We have to consider the possibility.
Exactly. I said we shouldn't suspect one another for no reason.
We have a reason.
No reason. I've got a great reason.
And what's that?
The bracelets.
Literally Among Us?
Why are the bombs in our bodies connected to the bracelets? You're all thinking Zero's hiding somewhere watching us, right? If he's doing that, then he could just detonate the bombs by remote control if someone did something they weren't supposed to.
Oh, that's a really good point.
It would be a lot more precise and a lot easier. But if that's the case, then why is the bomb set off by the detonator in the bracelet?
You got a point.
I'm not done. Try applying the same ideas to the Nonary game.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are completely automated instead of just being like, oh, he's monitoring the game and, you know, just does it remotely.
All of the puzzles here run all by themselves. In other words, Zero doesn't have to be controlling them for the game to move forward. Why's that? Why would Zero bother to do something like that?
Junpei let the question hang in the air and looked at the others. It was Santa who answered.
So let's say you and Clover are right. Zero's one of us. If that's the case, then it'd be really hard for him to keep track of all of us or control anything remotely. That's why all the puzzles run by themselves. That's what you're getting at, right?
Ace Anime Logic 0. Junpei Genius Moments 1.
Yeah.
Junpei nodded.
Seven, when we were talking earlier, you said any one of us could be Snake's killer, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Alright then. I've got a question for you, Ace. You said something like Zero must be the one who killed Snake, right?
Yes, something like that. I can't think of any other explanation.
So what do we get if we combine those?
Whoever killed Snake is Zero.
They fit together pretty well, I think. Something like this. Whoever killed Snake is Zero. Hence,
There it
Zero
is.
one of us.
Zero is among us.
Seven and Ace's theories aren't mutually exclusive. They actually complement each other pretty well. At least they do if Zero is one of us.
No one spoke. Oh, and you know what? Zero might be able to go through doors without, like, actually doing them properly. Because Zero doesn't have a bomb. Probably. Maybe. They might just have a master key. Their faces were grim, but Junpei wasn't sure if they believed him or not. Confusing Zero with a ghost? Yeah. Shit, mess it up. Finally, Lotus spoke up.
What were his motives?
His motives?
See, that thank you, Queen.
Yes, isn't that pretty important?
Like, why would he just kill someone random and, like, potentially reveal that he's there?
Why would Zero want to hide as one of us?
Oh, that aspect. Well, Zero wants to play the game.
Oh, well, that's because,
It's obvious, isn't it? Junpei choked. He hadn't thought of that. And he had to be honest with himself. He had no idea.
I don't know.
Lotus sighed.
Oh, so much for making a persuasive argument, Junpei.
In other words, you only had circumstantial evidence.
Shut your fucking mouth! Who are you to talk about circumstantial evidence? You literally... What was your argument? Huh? Like, what was your good argument that... that Zero has to be on the ship? Like, what's the reason? What's your reason?
I don't really think that's enough to go on, you know?
I can't believe they're getting my ass over this one. Ace just said some shit earlier that had even less justification. Hey, man, yeah. Junpei was painfully aware of their eyes on him and their disapproval. He tried to find something else, anything else to look at. Then, in that horrible silence... Uh-oh. They heard a bell begin to ring. It was the clock at the central staircase.
It's 3 in the morning.
That means we have 3 hours left.
Uh-oh.
Then we need to move now. Seven, Clover, Junpei. I know how you feel, but you do understand that right now it's important we trust one another, don't you?
You're right, but...
Junpei couldn't bring himself to respond. He swallowed the words he wanted to say, and sighed. Seven and Clover remained similarly silent. Their eyes were looking at something somewhere else, very far away.
We must go. We have very little time left.
Ace's words put their feet to moving. So they don't stack kill exactly. Gotta have the strats. They all knew where they were going.
Our next destination is Mercury.
Well, it's gonna take a while for us to get there. Probably more than 3 hours.
But maybe you and June should check it out first and then report back to us.
All right, let's go, June.
Right. Here it is.
It sat, bolted to the wall near the stairs that led to the casino and the kitchen, between the 2 elevators.
The Mercury card reader.
We're using the card 7 gave us, right?
Yeah,
I found it when we were checking out the shower room.
I think Seven said something like that. Anyway, let's see what happens.
Female with horns, there it is again. Junpei slid the card through the reader. The light on the reader turned green and made a tiny electronic noise.
I guess the elevator works now.
Jumpy, I know it's only the two of us, but let's do our best.
What's
Good
with
gender,
you all of a
yeah.
sudden?
Maybe I'm female with horns gender.
Well, I'm happy we were put together.
Aww.
You know it's just for searching E-Deck, right?
Even so, I'm glad I'm with you.
This feels suspect as hell.
Oh. First, we need to find out if the elevator comes up full of water.
Just like we did before.
Oh, here it is.
I knew it. It's not wet at all.
Let's go.
Yes.
It's not wet at all. Once it had been checked for water, Junpei and June stepped into the elevator.
Look! Nearly all of the buttons are destroyed.
Yeah, only the C and bottom button can be pushed.
The bottom button.
We're on C deck right now, so the only one we can choose is bottom.
Yeah. Well, let's try it out.
Junpei hit the bottom button. The door closed. Slowly, they began to move downward.
So this is the bottom deck.
They stepped off and saw that the hallway to their right ended somewhere between 20 and 25 feet from them. The hallway in front of them was a dead end. But not a regular dead end. A spooky dead end.
Hey, over there.
This is a numbered door.
It's a numbered door.
This is the 8th one we found. There were 2 numbered doors on B deck near the central staircase. They were doors 4 and 5.
So we've only not seen door number 9. Is this not getting creepy or what? I need to know. I have news here. I don't know if it's good news or bad news. It is both creepy and wet. Zero voice. What do you mean? It's a good game.
3 more in the large hospital room. Doors 3, 7, and 8.
And the door we found on E deck, and the door Lotus and Santa found on A deck. It was a 6 on the door on E deck, and a 1 on the door on A deck.
Help you two know I'm not keeping track of the numbers you're saying right now. Thank you. 4, 5, 3, 7, 8, 6, 1. And now door 2 stood in front of Junpei. Wow, that's how you count.
That means...
Do you think the next door we find?
Yeah, I think so. The next one's gonna be door 9.
And of course that's gonna be pretty close by. Despite himself, Junpei felt excited. There's something about that excitement that frightened him as well.
Finally!
Yeah,
You don't look very happy about it, though.
it's not that. I just hope nothing goes wrong.
You're right. We should keep our fingers crossed.
Let's head back.
Okay.
He did his best to put it from his mind, and headed back to C deck with June.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 7 pieces.
The pieces of paper they folded up lay on the ground next to Junpei's legs. Everyone had written on paper pulled from Junpei's notebook, in an effort to put together a blind vote.
Just double checking, but everyone wrote their code name and a door number they want, right?
Yes, just like you told us earlier.
Wait. Blind vote? But they all put their code names on them.
Can't believe we're voting here.
Why had they decided to vote that way?
We need to make the whole thing fair, blah-de-blah. This is a complicated plan, you know. Hurry it up, Mr. I have a brilliant idea.
They decided it wasn't fair to simply ask everyone at once. That would allow people to force others to go through certain doors.
Yeah, quiet in the peanut gallery.
Get his ass. And he had a plan. It wasn't a plan he wanted anyone catching wind of, however. So he did his best to act calm as he began to open and read the pieces of paper.
All right, let's open these up. The first one says, Ace requests door 1.
Yes, I do. Would you like me to explain why?
Sure.
No, we don't have time for that. Sorry. Let's keep going.
No, fuck off. Anyway. He opened the second one.
Next is Santa. He wants door 6.
Yeah, that's what I wrote.
Junpei continued with the third, fourth, and fifth pieces of the paper.
Clover wants 1, Lotus wants 2, and 7 also wants 2.
I am not keeping track of this as well as I should be. It's fine, I can go through that.
Wait a minute.
Is there a problem? Oh, I see the problem. Uh-oh. We got a problem. Yeah, I mean, 7 and 8. 15, 6. They need another... five to get through door 2.
There is no way I'm going anywhere with the Elephant Man.
No, there'd be no point to the voting if we let people change their choices because of stuff like that.
But... no.
Just give it up, Lotus. It's not like I want to hang out with some exhibitionist grandma.
Hello!
I am not an exhibitionist. I'm wearing clothes.
Barely.
So, last I checked, that's not a crime.
Maybe. But what about common decency? Nobody wants to have to look at a chick who looks like a half-naked raisin.
Raisin!
Oh, I'm gonna kill you!
He deserves that. Lotus's hair flared out like the mane of an angry lion,
Oh,
and she
not
roared
good.
with a voice that shook the walls.
Let go! Let go of me! I'm killing him!
Yeah, right? Like, where are you getting that from, sir? With some difficulty, Ace managed to restrain her.
Junpei, read the rest.
Right.
Junpei tore his eyes away and looked down at the 6th piece of paper. He opened it.
June wants door 6.
Yes, I don't really have a reason. I just felt like it.
Because you're number 6, yeah. You're not the only one. Don't worry about it. All the papers save Junpei's have been read. He did some quick calculations and said, okay, yeah, he's gonna lie. My cat, who is stepping down from the top of my chair, onto my shoulder, onto my arm, onto my desk, into my lap. Why are you like this? Right, I forgot to get my goddamn notebook out. That'll be helpful. Let's see here. So, Ace wants door number 1. That's 1 to 1. Santa wants door 6. Clover wants 1. What if I just let Junpei do the math? I could. I could, but it's all about my honor, you see? My honor as a math doer. Wants 1. Lotus. 2. 7. 2. June 6. Okay. So currently the totals are Ace plus Clover. Oh, there's three doors. I didn't even... I wasn't paying close enough attention to what the votes were. Okay. So currently we have a total of... We have 1 and 4 going into door 1. Door 2 has 7 and 8. Door 6 has Santa, so that's 3, and June 6. The one that Junpei would need to go to make it actually function would be... He could go to 1, because 1 plus 4 plus 5 is equal to 10, which is equal to 1. The French number 60. Yeah, unfortunately I do know about that. You mean 320s? it 320s or does that numbering start at... Yeah, that starts at 16. I really hate it, by the way. And then 70 is 320s and 10. 80 is 420s. It's bad. I hate it. I prefer... There's a number of places where they do more normal numbers. Like, French Canadian folks usually, like, have actual words for 60, 70, 80, 90. I prefer that a lot. There's my opinions on French. Anyway, 79. Yeah, 79. 79 is, 320s and 19. It's not great. I really hate it. Anyway, yeah, 1 plus 4 for this, 5 would be equal to 1 for, digital root. 7 plus 8 plus 5. 15 plus 5, 22. Yeah, that one works out too. 3 plus 6 plus 5. I think these all are gonna work out just intuitively. But 8 plus 6, 14, 5. Yeah, 6 doesn't work. He can't join that one. Fuck! 79. Can you watch my maths lecture? Yeah, this is really what it is. Just like double verifying, yeah. Yeah, 3, 5, 6 would be 8 plus 6, 14, 5, which it's for door 6, so yeah. We just have to choose between door 1 and door 2. Currently, 10 plus 8, 15, 6. I mean, the... Fuck. I'm so sorry, sir. I should have gone through. I should have followed through instead of just being mad about French. So you could have really got me. I'm too full. Anyway, the ideal for this would be to split up 3 and 6 to fix whatever one I don't pick. Ideally, I say the word twice for reasons. But 1, 4, 3, and 6. 8, 6. 14, 5. Meanwhile, 7, 8, 3, and 6. 9, or wait. Yeah, 9. 17. 24. 6. But, I mean, that would let them go through door 6. So if we went with 1, 4, and 5. Through door 1. 3, 6, 7, 8 through door 6. That should work, correct? Yeah, I think 9, 16. Wait, hold up. My brain. It works, I swear. 18 plus 6, 24, 6. Yeah, okay. Yep. You have to come up with a stupider one for me. Yeah, okay. So Junpei has to go into door 1.
So this was everyone's vote.
Wow!
Door 1.
You're just gonna tell me them all right here. This does mean we're gonna have to tell, Santa and June... Oh, no, actually, 7 and Clover, like, no, fuck you, you're not going through that door. And we're sacrificing door number 2, which is the one we just found.
7 and Lotus requested door 2.
Which is on bottom deck.
Santa and June requested door 6.
It really depends on if we can actually convince them to do that. They're all just watching him, like, clearly thinking of his answer right now.
Then the door I should choose is...
It took them less than a second to run the numbers. What?
Okay,
the
last one is mine.
You opened the sound piece of paper and spoke.
I want to go through...
Buddy.
My choice is door 1.
Santa was unconvinced.
Hey, wait a minute there. You cheating?
You cheating? Buddy, I don't think this is the time to worry about that.
Cheating?
I'm asking if you changed your number after you heard what doors we wanted.
How could I do that? I wrote it down on the paper earlier.
Let me see that.
Sure, here.
Junpei shrugged and handed it to him. What? Oh, he made 3 separate pieces of paper. Santa examined it furiously. The others peered at it as well. As they did, Junpei quickly slipped the piece of paper he'd been hiding into his pocket. Although he'd never know it now, Santa had been justified in his suspicions. Junpei had switched papers.
I had 3 pieces of paper ready.
This fucker! For doors 1, 2, and 6.
And I put the one with door 6 on it into the pot.
Yeah, that's the one that could never abort. He put a small mark on it so he'd know which one was his.
I just needed to make sure I drew last. After I saw everyone else's result, I just chose whatever door I wanted. If the number I'd already put in matched, then I didn't have to switch the paper out. Well, what does it say?
He fought the urge to smirk. You bitch.
You got lucky.
Santa snorted and tossed the paper aside, frustrated.
Very well. We've decided who will go through door 1. It will be Clover, Junpei, and myself. Our only problem is the 2 remaining teams.
June and I want door 6.
Lotus and I want door 2.
That's not good. We can't open either of those doors with only 2 people. Aw.
Fine. 7, we'll go through door 6.
There it is.
Sure thing. I didn't really want to go through door 2 anyway. Besides, if we've got a younger girl with us, it'll lower the average age.
Jesus. Alright, buddy.
Well, I
June was at a loss for words. Yeah. Lotus was not.
Pig. You just wait and see.
The way her fucking portrait just scrolls across the screen. Her eyes were the eyes of a woman prepared to kill. A shiver ran down Junpei's spine.
Calling me old. This is why men are such a pain in the ass. They're about as subtle as a brick.
And they're at it again.
Glad y'all are having fun. Even after they separated at the staircase, Lotus was still muttering angrily to herself.
I'll see you later, June.
Jumpy.
Circumstances dictated that Junpei and June would have to part ways again. But this time it didn't sting quite so much.
Don't make that face. It'll be like what 7 said.
Yeah,
We
she
aren't gonna
did
be
try to kill.
split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. That's how the notary game works.
Seven's words took a weight off of Junpei's shoulders and felt much better.
It'll be fine. I'll see you soon.
All right. See you later.
Lingering uneasy remained. What? Feelings? Lingering uneasy feelings? But they went their separate directions without much trouble. Junpei, Ace, and Clover headed toward A deck.
Here's A deck. It was the door on the left, right?
That should be it, yes.
Here we go.
What could happen? It opened, and they walked through.
It's just as Santa and Lotus said.
At the end of the hallway sat a door with a large red 1 upon it.
A numbered door.
To the left of it, bolted to the wall, was the red.
There's the red. I'll go first.
Ace went first, and waved his wrist over the scanner panel.
Now the 2 of you, if you would.
Junpei was next. Finally, listlessly, Clover lifted her arm. A lot of L-I words. Doing my best. She leaned toward the scanner panel. The third asterisk clicked to life, shining brightly. Ace took hold of the lever.
Now.
He took a deep breath and turned to Junpei and Clover.
Ready? Shall I pull it?
Shall I pull it?
Yeah, anytime.
Clover said nothing. She nodded, little more than a lethargic twitch of the head.
Very well then. Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Well, where'd your hand go, buddy? How'd you do that?
And it's open! Move it!
They stumbled into the room.
Where is it?
Frantically, Junpei scanned the room. His eyes stopped on the device that would determine whether they lived or died.
There it is! Over there!
Next to the door they came through was the dead. As one, they ran to it. We put their hands over it as if they were fighting for it.
It stopped.
Yes, it did.
It did! Junpei could feel his heart pounding against the inside of his ribs. Ace and Clover were breathing hard and fast.
Ooh, I don't believe I'll ever get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to. We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
Now then.
Junpei looked around again, this time more slowly.
There's another door. Let's try opening it.
He took hold of the knob and easily, gently pulled it open.
So, this is the wheelhouse?
He closed the door again and turned to Ace and Clover. He fixed each in turn with a meaningful stare, then spoke.
Ace, you investigate the wheelhouse next door.
Very well.
Clover, you're in charge of this room. Say something.
Okay, I will.
Junpei is in command!
Alright then, let's get started.
Alright, yeah, we're in the chart room right now. Door over there, or right there for the, wheelhouse. Okay. A light. It looks like some kind of, it looks kind of like a wilted flower. Let me read properly. Pair, seek, lest. Hey, could you not bonk my mic, sir? This cat. What was the point of that if you're just gonna get right back into my lap? He wanted to be heard. You could do that if you just, like, said something, sir. Yeah, a bunch of sharks. Gotcha. There's nothing left in the drawer. Yeah, right? Like, remembering that from, yeah, the Somnium Files. Obviously, more nostalgic for you, because you experienced it first from this game, but... the shelves are lined with books. Was there a shark? They live in the ocean? Fuck, you're right! Let's see what's in this blue one. There's something written on it. Ship's log. Huh. Ship's log, huh? Ship's log, huh? A ship's log found in the chart room. The following is what's written on the the last page. The last page. Speaking is hard. We leave soon for a new journey across the sea. After leaving Forest, we headed south and west. Oh god, it's one of these. Watermelon. We turned southwest to steer around the continent, then proceeded northwest. We made port, then changed our heading to east for a time, and are now heading due north. Soon we will dock in the United Kingdom, the homeland of this vessel. Okay, I'm gonna write down all these fucking directions. Goddamn. after leaving port, we said we headed south and west. So is that just saying like southwest and not like south and then west? I don't know if that matters. I'll write it down differently instead of just southwest, but south and west. Turn southwest. Proceeded northwest. Yeah. So we go southwest. Yeah, good point. Because, yeah, it's not like they're saying they turned right and right again, like, where you could actually do that kind of thing. Makes sense. Thank you, Watermelon. Yeah, I need it. Yeah, so it's like they went south, west, and then, like, turned at an angle. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Then proceeded northwest. And then made port, change your heading to east for a time. And then heading due north. Okay. So it's like they go... It's when you're looking at the map pointing north, they went down, left, down and to the left, up and to the left, right, and up. Yeah, so they essentially just went west from their original destination. I mean, depending on distances. So probably not literally, but... you end up just, like... in terms of, like, the directions you turned. West relative. Without watching any of the lectures? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. That's a good point. Because specifically, it does mention a couple locations here. New journey across the sea, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't mention the original spots, so we probably want to reverse engineer it so we go from the United Kingdom in those directions. Let's see. Although... because, yeah, if we go... like south, west, southeast, and there's a port at this point, I think. North, east, east, north, India? I mean, there's no, like, port mark, though, is the problem. So, and it's not like they can go. Because, like, where specifically did they mention stopping? Australia? Yeah. Yeah, okay, so southwest is mentioned specifically steering around a continent. And then... see, northwest, made port after northwest. And then headed east. Okay. Okay. So from the UK, south, east from their port. Right? Yeah. Then southeast, yeah, which takes him down here. He headed southwest around the continent. So potentially here, potentially here. But south and west. Then southwest around the continent. Northwest up to the port. East. Or, yeah. East and... Well... But then... Well, no, that would still make sense. Yeah. This is, like, the actual island of... Yeah, it's looking down here, but this is more like... other... Western European countries. Yeah, that tracks. So it would have been from Japan, which... Of course it does. I mean, I'll double check, because, like, there's the... Around the continent parts where they went southwest and then northwest, which ended up turning out to be, like, this really complicated process. So I'm gonna make sure of that. But yeah. Southwest. Southwest. Northwest. Does that make sense with what the log says? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. They started from Japan. Most likely. And then if we took a look at this, what's... Obviously, we're only seeing the top one right now. I think this is a nautical chart? There's this line on it here. I think the line is the route the ship is supposed to take. There are these dots all over the map. Oh, those are probably ports, like for a boat to stop at. It looks like the lines connect those dots. Yeah, this isn't necessarily showing us the route they took, like the top one anyway, I don't think. If this is supposed to be a sister ship of the Titanic, then... I don't know. It's supposed to be departed up here, up there. Because, like, there's gotta be... I don't know. I think there would have been something, like... marked down for a port. It's a wooden box. Maybe a case for letters? Hey, Clover, do you ever write letters? Nothing. None of these look very useful. Well, we needed one of these. That's a pocket watch. She sure hasn't been saying much. And she just keeps looking at the floor. She seems kind of sad. And currently is pointing to... 10:05. And nearly 10 of... Well, I think it's like just before 10:05. By 20 seconds. A voice he hadn't expected startled Junpei from his examination of the pocket watch.
Oh, pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
Maybe there's something inside. He spun around to find Ace standing in the doorway. Junpei shrugged and handed him the pocket watch.
Hey, man. What are you doing over in this room?
Oh, I just thought I'd come check up on the two of you. Is there a problem?
Yeah, there is, no. Like, it's not unreasonable, but also it's his job to check out the other room. And they're a room apart, so it's not like there would have been something that happened.
Well, not a problem, but...
Junpei looked desperately around the room, anywhere but at Ace, trying to find a convincing reason to dismiss him. Ace opened his mouth and took another look at Junpei and shut it again. A small smirk appeared on his face. Is Junpei suspecting him to be Jiro?
Oh, I see. Of course.
He looked Junpei over, then glanced at Clover.
I apologize for the intrusion. Well, best of luck.
Ain't she like a student still? Like she looks like she is. Ace gave Junpei a knowing pat on the shoulder and left.
Ow.
For no reason he could fathom, Junpei's head began to hurt.
What the hell?
She babby.
My head.
A sharp pain in his head. How much time passed? He wasn't sure. Well, good thing we got a pocket watch. Yeah, right? Like, even if it was reasonable, it's not the time. But he did notice when Ace strode through the door. And it happened right after he patted him. His smile was more of a smirk, and he had the air of a man who knew more than his opponent.
Yes. There was something I wanted to check, if you don't mind.
Yeah? What's that?
Pardon me.
With no warning, Ace slipped his hand into the pocket of Junpei's vest.
Hey, what the hell are you doing? Whoa, what are you putting your hand in my pocket for? Stop!
He reached for Ace's arm, but it was already too late. In the older man's hand were the pieces of paper Junpei had balled up and hidden in his pocket.
Just as I thought.
Did he use, like, a tiny bit of tranquilizer somehow?
You switched them, didn't you, when we voted? Well, I can't say that I care. I managed to get through the numbered door I wanted, despite your mischief.
Mischief?
Then, why did you...
Oh, simple curiosity. I hope you won't think ill of me for it.
Ace smiled, gave Junpei a friendly pat on the shoulder, and then turned on his heel and left. It was a small defeat, but it was a defeat. Junpei had lost the upper hand, and he knew it. He could feel his stomach begin to tense.
Damn.
Good job, Junpei. A chair. Clover isn't very talkative. She looks kind of out of it. Out of it? Is she thinking about Snake? Yeah, I would assume so. Not gonna check out those side drawers, huh? It's a light. Well, I guess she doesn't really feel like talking. She's not really paying attention to anything, is she? Her mind must be somewhere else. Junpei, are you trying to open that door? Forget it, it's pointless. I tried it earlier. Thinking about vengeance, so true. It won't open. She deserves the exact vengeance. The dead is bolted to the wall here. A compass. It appears to be broken, however. You see, the glass cover has been smashed to pieces. The helm. Well, steering wheel might be a more appropriate term. This thing won't budge. Feels like there's something keeping it in place. What would be the point of moving it? The ship is stopped. What would be the use of steering it? Yeah, I know. Still. There's another room on the other side of the window. Ugh, this isn't good. So many drawers, but nothing inside of them. Looks like there's some sort of lock. Wow, whenever it goes in there. It's got a weird shaped indentation on it. Huh? The shape. Maybe... It does look like the pocket watch would fit here. Nothing. I imagine the pocket watch is intended to go in there. However, we may need to do something with the watch first. Like setting the time a specific number. It looks like this is the only exit. Well, there's our mystery we have to solve. What is this? Some kind of display? It looks like it looks a little like an electronic scoreboard. I imagine it was added recently. An arrival board, just like an airport. Oh, that makes sense. History, so true. I was like, why would they need a scoreboard? Is there nothing else to check out in this room? Oh no, there's this side. Stop! An engine order telegraph. They use this on old chips to adjust the speed of the ship. Like the gear shift in a car? Well, it's a little different. This device doesn't connect directly to the engine. In short, it's a transmitter. The navigation officer uses it to set the speed of the ship, and it sends a signal to the engine. There's a handle on the top of it, which can be moved back and forth to... Hold on. Huh? There's no handle. You're right. there isn't. It looks as though it was deliberately removed. So we can't move the ship. If we can find a replacement handle, I could probably get it to move. A steering wheel. There are handles placed at regular intervals, so that it's easy to turn. Old school. Hey, a handle? So if we find something we can use to take one of those handles off... A compass. And what destiny does it point us to? I really don't hope you think that sounded cool. Oh no! He's so sad. Ah, a human hammer. They're often used to subdue large men like Seven. What? That was a joke, of course. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Ace, you really kind of suck at making jokes. Oh no! That was rather cruel. This room is just like the other one. Metal plates bolted over the windows. Heck, not just bolted. Looks like they've been welded on. No way in hell we're getting those up anytime soon. Well... It's a wooden board with a circular hole in it. God. God. Awful. I compliment your creativity with the joke, though. That sounds exactly like the kind of joke that's actual like right-wing ass idiots would make me like, aren't I clever? The left drawer. Let's have a look. Nothing. The right drawer. Let's have a look. Nothing. Night, Mateo. Checkmate liberal's ass. Hey, Junpei? What do you think these red things are? Yeah, they look like pins. What do you think they're for? Who knows? Ports, maybe? What do you mean, who knows? Come on, be serious. I am. Red pins on a map of the world. What do they mean? Attack locations. Hey, Junpei? Sure you don't have any, like, hints or clues or something? Oh, yeah. Let me see if they match up. Well, the nautical charts I picked up earlier have a map like this one. Maybe one of them matches up to the pins or something. Let's see. Well, what do you know? Looks like this one's a match to the pins. Okay, so we got 7 locations connected by straight lines. Each one has a word next to it. It's probably the speed. Ooh. New material has been added to the file screen. So our route from Japan to the UK takes us through a number of specific routes. It's specifically going through, like, south from Japan, west through the gap between Eurasia and, like, Australia, that general area. Through to... I always fucking forget. And then we go, we go southwest through here, northwest up here, up to this port, east, north. Okay. Madagascar, thank you! I don't know how I forgot that! Of all places. Oh! A nautical table found in the chart room. It shows directions of southwest, southwest, northwest, east, north, and straight. Straight? There's a word next to each point on the map. Full, half, slow, full, half dead, stop. That's what it says. I didn't have to figure that out on my own. Oh yeah, that's true! Oh my god, the game was wrong! They aren't immune. Yeah, okay, so, I mean, I'll write this down just so that I don't have to pop up in the file menu, because I feel like I'm not going to be able to. Yeah, you're going around, like, this north end of Madagascar, between that and the main part of, you know, Africa. To get through there, so it makes sense you'd want to go slow through there. Not that that really matters. Half. Dead stop or stop dead? Dead stop, okay. Yeah, you want to be real careful at that point. So going at dead speed makes sense. Kind of cramped. But yeah, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7th is just the stops. So yeah, okay. Counting the number of directions we got in the first thing, and then... Yep, okay. The more you know, now we just need an actual handle. I mean, we know where to get that, but we just need a way to get it out. Don't think I need to spend any more time with this map. Well, fine. A chair. Clover isn't talking much. Well, I guess that's understandable. I mean, she's been through a lot. Really, it's more surprising that she's still together enough to talk at all. Yeah. The helmet won't move. Yeah. Do we have anything we can use? A steering wheel. Let's see if it... Whoa! Looks like the steering wheel moves. So it would seem. I noticed something else as well. What's that? Well, when you move this wheel, the compass also moves. What do you mean? The ship, it's moving. Ha. Tricked you, didn't I? The wheel and the compass must be connected to one another somehow. Do you think that's important? Well, let's try turning it again. We know what to do now. South first. South, then west, then southwest, then northwest, then east, then north. What the? The handle came off. Huh. Stooping so low, are you, Zero? What? The handle that came off the steering wheel. I did get tricked just now. A handle. Well, we know what to do with that. Not the compass, this. I was just clicking things, honestly, because I'm smart. I sure hope this handle fits. Yes, it fits! Excellent. That should allow us to operate the engine order telegraph. Sacrilege, so true, Gani. Yeah, you should never trick cute VTubers. It's not allowed. Let's give it a shot. Alright, full, half, slow. Full half's dead. Stop. Oh, dead slow. There it is. It's upside down, so I wasn't reading it right. Huh? That's weird. I thought I put in the right speed. Did I mess up? No, I don't think so. Look. Something's happened on the back wall of the wheelhouse. Yeah, you're right. Let's check it out. There it is. Wow, I can't read that for shit. Cork, El Paso, Rostock. Loam? Santos Foss? Cork, El Paso. Rostock, Loam. Santos Foss. Cork, El Paso, Rostock, Loam. Santos Foss. 0310. There's something on the wall that looks kind of like an arrival board. There are a whole bunch of words on the left side of the display. What the hell is this? They're names of ports across the world. I imagine it's showing us the ship's route. You know, just like the ones you might see at an airport. Departing XX carrier, XX flight, XX at XX o'clock. Like that. Oh, I get it. It does look like those are the names of all the ports along the ship's route. Looks like only one of those has a time on it, though. The time on the last line, right? 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. Perhaps that's the arrival time? Yeah, 3 o'clock and 10 seconds. Okay. 3 o'clock and 10 seconds. Oh, that's what we need to put on the watch. Hmm? Oh, perhaps. Whoa, what's he doing? Excuse me, Junpei. Hey, he just took my pocket watch. It's yours now? Hey, what the hell are you doing? Just trust me. Squick, 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 squick. It should be fine now. Oh, thanks for giving me the pocket watch back. But you don't need to look so smug about it. You take too long, yeah. Let's see what he... Oh, he moved the hands. 10 seconds past 3 o'clock. Oh, so you changed it to match the final arrival time. Ace nodded slowly. You know what to do next, right? Give it a shot. Wait. Yeah, no, that's right. Let's try putting this in there. Yes! It says open now. Good work. It seems you were successful. Well done, Junpei. Hey, Clover. I thought he was getting, like, offended. Hey, Clover. What? Look, we unlocked the door. Now we can get out of this room. Oh. Well, let's go then. Clover. You found it! I did find it, thank you.
Oh, a hallway.
It's far too narrow to be called one.
They found themselves in a small space outside of the wheelhouse. On their left was a wooden door.
This seems to be the only route.
This better be a push door with how narrow this place is.
Yeah, let's go.
Thank fuck. Junpei pushed it open and stepped into the room beyond. I'm winner!
Wow.
It was full of all manner of turn-of-the-century electronic equipment.
Well, these machines are weird. I've never seen any of them before. Huh? Wait, this one is...
One smaller machine had a metal bar that ended in a circular handle. Ace seemed to recognize it.
Ah, yes. A telegraph key. These were used to transmit Morse code a long time ago.
Time for me to finally learn Morse code. He turned and slowly took in the room.
This must be the communication office.
Across the room from the door they had entered through was another door.
And that door?
A metal plaque was nailed to it. It read,
Captain's quarters. Huh.
That's what it says.
That's what it says. Why do I recognize that line?
Then, do you think...
It's like a really generic line. But like, somehow is hearing that voice acted in a video game. Was there a line like that in the Somnium Files? Ace swallowed. Junpei could feel his hands begin to sweat. Only Clover seemed unaffected. Oh boy. These guys did make it's the same writer. I just very distinctly remember an anime voice actor going, "That's what it says."
Well, we won't know if we don't open it.
Burned in my mind for some specific reason. She walked up to the door and put her hand on the knob. It opened easily, and without so much as a pause, she walked in. Junpei and Ace followed. The first thing they saw was a man on the floor, covered in blood. That's great. Junpei felt his body seize up. His mouth went dry, and he felt very, very cold. The blood in his veins slowed to a crawl, and his heart tightened like a fist.
Not again.
This was the third time he'd seen the horror of death laid out before him. Just imagining the slight bit of programming required to make it say third instead of second, depending on if you saw the Ninth Man. He didn't think it was something he could stand to see much more of. Selegma, so true. Still, he had begun to accept that whatever it was that he saw, whatever happened to him, was beyond his control. And whatever force controlled him was driven by a determination that he could not hope to match.
Damn.
A sense of helplessness, of desperation washed over him. It left behind a feeling of utter emptiness that warmed through his body like acid.
No, wait. We didn't check his pulse yet. Maybe he's still alive.
He's notably less, fucked up than everyone else who's died so far. Fueled by that spark of hope, Junpei ran to the man's body. And his heart fell. Well, we don't want your heart rate to fall. What?! Connie? Connie? Your subs? Hello? Thank you? Huh? Yo, thank you for the gift subs to the community again. Hello? So true. You're destroying me bit by bit. I hope you know. Oh, shit. Look what he's got. When he touched his hand to his neck,
No pulse.
his pupils had dilated, and he wasn't breathing.
Well, he's dead. Damn. If only we knew how it happened.
Connie. I mean, do it the way you prefer to do. I think it's gonna destroy me regardless. Whether it's slow or all at once, It's the same end result, I think. Junpei lifted the man's already stiff body. There was a deep red wound on his chest.
These wounds. I wonder what killed him.
It wasn't the bomb. Junpei did not have to wonder long,
It must have been this.
for lying next to the corpse was an axe. The entire blade of it was drenched in bright red blood. From the shape of the man's wound, there could be no doubt that it had been made by the axe. 3 bodies, 3 watches, 7 of us left. Yeah, no matter how you twist it though, there's only one 9 door, and only... Well, but like, they say that only 5 people can get through it, but there's nothing saying that like, another group of however many can't just wait until like the other people pass through and then go through themselves. I don't think they've gone through the same door multiple times yet, but like... Next time, all in one go! Oh! Looking forward to it. Junpei looked at the body again. A lake of blood stretched out around it. I mean, it was wearing the clothes of a ship's captain, although they were stained with blood.
His clothes. A captain. Does that mean this guy was Zero?
I don't know about that. On his left hand was a bracelet. The number on the bracelet was 0. Feels like a red herring!
Bracelet 0.
It was only then that Junpei had noticed the stench of blood that filled the room. He couldn't help but laugh. There was nothing else for him to say. It was too simple, too obvious, too straightforward. If there hadn't been a dead man on the floor, Junpei might have thought it a joke.
Junpei.
It may be wise to find a way out of here first.
Yeah, you're right.
There's cameras in this room. Not monitors, 4 cameras. There's blood on the chair. Do you think this was the Ted guys? Yeah, probably. There's a lamp with a shade on it on the table. And something else. Something metal. Looks like it's a music box. Cool. Oh, it's one of those old music boxes. How about we wind it up? Why does it sound like that? Is it broken? The pins on the cylinder are all shaped weird. Hey, Monster T Halloween, thank you for the follow. Hope you're having a good day. I don't think those are the pins. It looks like someone put something else on top of it. I think we're gonna have to take it apart to figure out what's going on, don't you? Yeah. We're gonna have to find something else to be able to take it apart. It's a lamp, but it doesn't turn on. I don't think there's anything special about it. No, I want to leave. A bed. There's nothing in it. Nothing suspicious here. But don't you miss sleep, Junpei? A chair. There's a bunch of weird buttons on here. They probably switch what you see on the screens. Do you know how to work this thing? Why don't we just press one of these? Like this one. Ah! Well, I guess it does change the... What the hell is this? E. Junpei snorted with grim humor for the second time since he'd come into the room. The 4 screens along the bottom had a single letter each, spelling out...
Z-E-R-O, huh? It's like he's making fun of us. What do you think?
He turned to Clover, who was standing next to him. Clover nodded.
Nothing.
It seemed that she cared about Little. Of course, Junpei could hardly blame her. Given the strain she was surely under, Junpei was somewhat surprised she had responded at all. Still, he had to ask. 700 emails? Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad my job doesn't really send me a lot of emails. Yeah. We get, like, stuff that's, like, not really important. Still, he had to ask. He gestured towards the corpse.
What about him? Do you think that's really Zero?
Clover shook her head weakly.
There's no way that's him. Didn't I tell you already? Zero is one of us.
Her voice suddenly sounds so familiar. Why?
Yeah, right.
I know it's important to figure out who this guy is, but don't you think we should figure out how to get out of here first?
But...
Please, I don't want to waste any more time.
Clover looked miserable, as if she could start crying at any moment. Junpei just didn't have the heart to tell her no.
Sure thing.
Was his mind playing tricks on him? Junpei wondered. For a moment, he could have sworn he'd seen Clover smile. Hey, isn't the door on the screen the one right behind us? You're right! So whatever that camera sees is sent to the screen in real time. I wonder if that means something, you know? There's nothing on the monitor. Yeah, there is. There's words. Oh, that's supposed to be static. Okay. What's the deal with this? Is it some kind of code? Code? Some kind of code? There are four rows of numbers and letters. They all start with a 0 and end with H, F, N, or V, respectively. Maybe this has something to do with number bases. Alright, see ya, Connie. Thank you for hanging around, and thank you so much for the subs. My god. You are too powerful. But good luck with work. New material has been added to the file screen. Okay. Interesting way to handle different number bases. "10 in base 10 is written as A in hexadecimal. Yeah, okay. So is this 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, base 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, base 23? Or is it just like going for like, this is how each number will be written? Can't be that easy. Never anything inside the side doors. I think this is probably... this probably used to be a door. Nobody's going through it as long as there's metal plates here, though. And also this entire thing. Well, even without the metal plate, the desk's in the way. Thank you, Clover. It's an old telegraph machine. Nothing suspicious here. I'll be honest, I have no idea how it works. Yeah. Yeah. Me neither. Hey. Alright, the screwdriver ought to make short work of this music box. It looks to be a cylinder for a music box. There are a number of pins and some pieces of metal that look rather like fans attached to it. Fans? Alright. Ink. I guess I'll put the ink on the cylinder. Yep. Because then we use that to mark something on a piece of paper somewhere, or something to that effect. Oh, Morse code, maybe. It's a telegraph key. A machine for transmitting Morse code. I tried sending an SOS earlier, but I doubt that did anything. Zero would never make it that easy. So you think it's broken? No, it works. I'm just not sure if it actually transmits anything outside of the ship. mean, glad he did that, though. It's worth a shot. Hey, Ace, look. It's a model of a steam train. How on earth did you arrive at that conclusion? Hey, Ace, look. It's a monkey with glasses. How on earth did you arrive at that conclusion? So, Ace can make jokes. Yeah, when did he do that? Like, the cable that comes out of this thing is connected to the desk. What does that mean? It looks as though that drawer is the only thing that's locked. I don't see a keyhole, though. An electric lock, perhaps? Take a look at the left side of the drawer. Yeah, there's some cables over there. That must mean... there's a pair of headphones on the desk. Hey, what is this? It's blank, there's nothing written on it. There's about to be, baby! Now I just gotta roll the cylinder across a piece of paper. And if I'm right, the ink should... there it is. Dot 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 blank blank dot 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 blank dot 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 blank 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 dot dot. I don't know anything about Morse code. I should. Could I... That's a good question, honestly. I mean, maybe there's a start point written on it, but I don't think that'd be the case. Alright, I've got the Morse code I'm supposed to enter. If I do this right, something will happen. I hope. Alright, let's give this a shot. I was assuming I'd need to learn how to do Morse code. Unless... Hey, Junpei, what's the matter? You can do better than that. My hand slipped. I'll get it right next time. Junpei, do you know how to operate this device? No. You operate it by pressing this button. The dot, which is read as DIT, is the result of a light tap on the button. The dash, which is read as DA, is what you will get if you hold the button down. Alright, so I press it once quickly for a dot. And I hold it down for a dash. I mean, I suppose if you just rolled it at the wrong point, you would just get the word, like, with the back before the front of it, and you could just, like, fix it, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna give it a shot. So it wouldn't be a huge deal. Oh, obviously, you click on that. Four, 5, 2, da, fuck! Dit, da, 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 That's the last one, and yes! Excellent work, Junpei. Good job. You seem to have figured it out. You've unlocked the drawer. What does that mean, though? What did we just... Do I have to get a Morse code translator up here? Because I don't know how to read this. And I want to know. I'm looking this up. I want to know. Morse coder. Da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Is there another dot at the end? No. It's coming out as just a pound sign, which is interesting. But if I separate it out by line, I'll see if there's anything I get from that. 35 equals Z. Okay. And indeed. The more you know. But yeah, 26 letters plus the original 9 numerals. 35 equals Z. Yeah, that makes sense. A red file lay in the drawer. Junpei reached down and picked it up.
Looks like there's something on the cover. ALLICE.
That's the spine, Junpei.
But isn't it supposed to say all ice?
Or Alice?
This doesn't have a space between the L and the I. Are they saying that ALLICE is a single word?
It was an interesting thought, but it left Junpei's mind quickly as he opened the file. What lay inside was far more interesting, and far more confusing. Each page is covered with strange characters. Junpei? You never heard of hieroglyphics before? They look like tiny drawings of birds, snakes, insects, horned animals, wings, and even kneeling humans. There are many pages in the file, and each is full of these strange symbols.
What the hell is this?
Junpei, I thought he was about to be like, oh, it's hieroglyphs. He didn't realize he'd spoken out loud until Ace looked over at him.
They are hieroglyphs, a form of writing used in ancient Egypt.
He isn't an Egyptologist, yeah.
Ancient
well,
Egypt?
That's right.
Can you read them?
Of course.
He's joking.
I can't. What would make you think I could?
What the hell?
Junpei flipped through a few more pages. It wasn't just 1 or 2 pages that were covered in the strange symbols. Every single page was covered in them. It's gonna take us at least 3 hours to decipher this whole thing.
Oh, the whole thing's like that.
Trying to read them was pointless. Junpei wasn't going to waste any more time with them. He made to close the file. And something fell out.
What's this?
He bent down and picked it up.
Oh, a key card.
What was... Which symbol... There's a symbol on it that reminded Junpei of the symbols for the Saturn and Mercury key cards. This one, however, had a dot in the center of the male symbol.
Uranus. That's the Uranus symbol.
Holy shit, it's Uranus. Junpei looked over to see Ace examining the card. In addition to the Uranus symbol, there were 3 words engraved on the card as well.
Something's written on the bottom. Bottom deck library. This must be the key to the library, then.
You know, I wonder if if there's a Pluto one, because I'm pretty sure this game came out after we knew it wasn't a planet. There was a bit of back and forth, but yeah, that was like early 2000s, I'm pretty sure. At the latest. Or was that actually later? Anyway, I was gonna say, because like there's 9 planets, but there's also a key for the sun, I believe, which would be the 0. So if they're all like numbered based on their distance from the sun, they all match up to a planet each.
Is the bottom deck a library? Anyway, whatever. It's gonna have to wait. I can't do anything right now.
He gripped the keycard tighter and shoved it deep into his pocket. New material has been added to the file screen. Maybe I should, like, write down the symbols for all the planets at some point here. Why does it say Alice here? Unique key. It's like a knife. A key with a leather case. It isn't metal. My guess would be ceramic. Junpei, have you found a keyhole that might fit it? Not yet. That is interesting. Look, a hook. That wasn't a joke. I know, man. A clock mounted on the wall. The hands aren't moving. A little surprised that the time is wrong then, I suppose. And there's nothing on the back. there anything else in this room we haven't checked out yet? Junpei, what are you doing? We've searched the wheelhouse from top to bottom. There's no reason to go back. In fact, don't you think it would be wise to investigate the captain's quarters? I think we ought to check both rooms, don't you? Yeah, whatever. Go back to the damn body. There's nothing in the drawer. There's air. How old are you? 9? Funny that you said 9. Because you see, this is 999, the game about. It looks like whatever the camera sees shows up on the screens behind us. Yeah, so if I put my hand here in front of it, it shows up on the middle top screen back there. You've got a short lifeline, Junpei. Hey, mind your own business. Oh. 35 equals Z, okay. Oh, we need to spell out 0. That's it. 35, Z, and E is... A, B, C, D, E. So 5 plus 9, 14. Just thinking for a sec. Yeah, it does add up. R is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Fuck. I was finger counting because I'm a clown. I know math. $18. And O. E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. 15. But I didn't actually add the 9 to those yet. So that's actually 27 and 24. Okay, that's a long password, but no dice. Doesn't matter what I push on here. It's not working. No, we need to power it. Oh, the key. I don't think the power's on. The control panel for the electronic lock. Nope. Looks like it's got a keyhole in the bottom right. Maybe the key I got earlier. Sweet. Just had to put that key in and now it's on. Junpei, look! There's a minus sign on the screen. There's 8 of them. That probably means we gotta put in 8 digits. Do you think you can figure it out? 8 digits, huh? So I put in the 8-digit number, I've just pressed E to enter it. And if I mess up, I guess I press C. Alright, let's give it a shot. So much preamble. I know what I'm doing. Yes! It worked! Good job, Junpei! Excellent. You seem to have unlocked it. Good work, Junpei. Alright, let's go. Yeah, you could call me, like, smart, or clever, or a genius. It'd be true. They stepped out of the captain's quarters and into another hallway. Excuse me. The hallway stretched out in front of Junpei for a bit, before turning left, like a great backward L. An L. Kinda like the LLR we saw earlier.
Alright, let's go.
Junpei rounded the corner and took off down the straightaway. He ran. And ran. And ran. At the end of the hallway was a door.
That's the next door.
He made straight for it.
Wait, a piece of paper.
He was nearly halfway to it when he noticed a piece of paper in the middle of the floor. Junpei skidded to a halt.
This is...
He dropped down to his hands and knees, and quickly tore the paper off the floor.
Map of the ship's interior for ADEC.
What's wrong?
Ace, slightly slower by virtue of his advanced age, man, had finally caught up to Junpei.
I found a map for this floor.
He showed Ace what he had snatched from the wall. He looked at it long enough to determine what it was, and nodded.
I see.
With that, he began running again, past Junpei.
Well, that was anticlimactic. I should keep this, though.
Junpei shoved the map into his pocket and got up to follow Ace. But something stopped him.
Hey, where's Clover?
Uh-oh. He turned around. Clover was nowhere to be seen.
Damn it, what the hell is she up to?
Junpei muttered angrily under his breath and took off back the way he came. As he stopped around the corner, he saw her. She was standing in front of the door to the captain's quarters, her hand on the doorknob.
Clover!
Huh?
As Junpei watched, she closed it, gently and quietly. What were you doing over there, buddy?
What the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
Clover had unconsciously put her hands over the pockets of her jacket, as if trying to hide something.
What the hell is that?
What?
You've got something in your pocket.
Oh,
Oop.
this? This is... I wonder.
It's snacks for
What
later.
the hell?
Come on, we gotta hurry.
With that, Clover ran, straight past the somewhat confused Junpei. Genius of evading questions. So talent. As she did, he caught a glimpse of her back.
Huh? Clover, what's that on your back?
Sticking up from her collar was something that looked like a big wooden stick. Oh no!
Stick. Hey, Clover, what the hell's that thing on your back?
She didn't respond. Instead, she quickly turned the corner and disappeared. What you planning, buddy?
Is she ignoring me? For crying out loud.
Junpei did his best to convince himself that it would make sense later, and ran off after Clover. Yeah, it'll make sense when it's too late, buddy. Junpei pushed through the door and found himself in a large room with a large set of stairs.
The big stairs. So this is where it ends up, just like it says on the map.
It was just what he'd expected to see after reading the map. His IC after reading the map himself meant that Ace had probably realized the same thing.
Ace, did he head down?
And now I have a cat who's playing with a plastic bag. I'm glad he's having fun. He put his hand on the handrail and leaned over to look down.
Oh, there he is.
4. Wait, what?
Look, the 4 others are there too.
That's not 9, right? Because it's too angular. And not just Ace. Santa, June, 7, and Lotus are there as well.
Really?
Let's join them.
Junpei and Clover glanced at each other and hurried down the stairs. I mean, it's gotta be a 9, right? Because it wouldn't be so ambiguous. We've seen the 4 door already. It wouldn't be 2. Okay. No, we're just back at B deck.
Jumpy, Clover.
I thought this was a different area. Somehow. Not cool. Anyway, June's face was excited. Something had happened. That much Junpei could tell by simply looking at her.
What's up?
Given their situation, he was not inclined to be excited about sudden developments. June, however, couldn't contain herself.
We found it.
Found what?
We found it.
What did you find?
The last door. We found door 9.
What?
Come on, just follow us. We'll explain on the way.
Okay.
7 turned and jogged off down the stairs. It feels way too simple. What's all ice about?
Well, if that's the case...
Wait for me.
We should get going as well.
And why she got those stuff on her right now? What's Clover doing? The rest followed.
Jumpy, we finally made it.
The relief and excitement in her voice echoed what each one of them felt.
It's finally time.
Help. Junpei wasn't quite ready to believe they'd really done it, at least not quite yet. Still, if everyone said that it was door 9, then it probably was. And they're gonna decide like, hey, actually, we've got 2 hours left, let's see if we can figure out a way to get all of us out, right? Right?
We've reached the end.
He could feel his heart racing. A mixture of anticipation and fear ran through his veins, and he could feel his legs shaking. He was doing his best to maintain a sense of healthy skepticism, but he couldn't deny that the prospect of escape was an exciting one.
Something's bothering me. Only 3 to 5 people can go through the numbered door. 7 of us are on our way to door 9. That means that, best case scenario, there will be 2 of us who have to stay behind.
Calling it, Ace will volunteer.
2 people.
Well, let's take a look at the numbers here. We have Ace, Santa, Clover, Junpei, June, 7, and Lotus. In order to make 9 with 5 of those 7, the ideal outcome. The totals we want to get to are 14, 23. I don't think we can get past that. So if we just add up the, or actually, wait. Yeah, okay, never mind. I thought I had like tripped up somewhere here. But yeah, making 23. 15. We could 3, 5, 7, and 8, 8, 16, 24. Wait, 3, 5, 7, 8, 8, 16. 23, yeah. So that's like a combo of 4. Otherwise, 1, 3, 4, 9, 15, 22. This is hard. Math. 13, 18. Yeah, if we do 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, that adds up to 14 plus 9, 23. Yeah, the ideal outcome would result in us leaving behind Santa and Lotus. If there's anything else, although I don't think there is. I mean, I think we could swap out, let me see. Swap out 7 for Lotus, and then take along Santa instead of Clover, but I don't want to do that. But it's an option. Pretty sure that would work. I'll do the math real quick. 4, 10, 15, 23, yeah, okay. Another option. And I should also probably keep note of who's getting left behind in each of these scenarios to make it a little easier for me. 4 and 7. Yeah, is there any other combination of 5? So we, trying to see if there's any like easy subtraction I could do with these to figure that out. If we take 7 and 8, or maybe, in theory, do we have to take Junpei? That'd be interesting to work out. Because if we do, 4, 6, and 7, 17, 20, no, 4, 7, and 8, 11 plus 8, 19, plus 4, hold on, 4, 7, 8, wait, hold up, 15, 19, 3, 1, 1, 3, 4, 7, 8, 4, 8, 16, plus 7, 23. Yeah, it works out. And that one would be leaving out Junpei in June, which might just be the one we really want, actually. That's the most interesting option, at least. I feel like there's probably more solutions, but I've got 3 so far. Yeah. 1 leaves out Santa and Lotus. 1 leaves out Clover and 7. 1 leaves out Junpei and June. Any other obvious, like, subtractions I could do here? Because I found the one that allows us to bring in 7 and 8, since they're, like, the biggest ones. Biggest numbers. I don't think... I think this is the only 5 combos?
Is there a way?
Junpei looked over at the clock.
4:30. We've only got 90 minutes left. I've got no time to wonder about it now.
I mean, the ideal solution is to figure out a way that leaves behind 3 people. That way, those people can potentially get through the door on their own. But that's a big gamble. That's adding an extra person who could possibly die in order so that maybe everyone can make it out. But theoretically... if we do 3, 5, 7, 8, that should be enough. It's taking out Junpei, which sucks a little bit, but 8, 16, yeah, 23, and that leaves behind Ace, Clover, and June, who together make 11, so 2. Not especially useful. But there was the 2 door that we never went through. At least as far as I remember. I think that was the one that got eliminated earlier. Let me check my notes. Yeah, that was the one that we ended up just not going through at all. So those 3 go through door 2. That feels pretty appealing. Any other 4s? Any other groups of 4? Well, if we do 4, 5, 6, 8. Or 4, 5, 6, 7. I believe both those should work. Because you got 9 plus 8, 17 plus 6. Yep. 9 plus 12 plus 1. 21, 22, wait. 12, 13, 18, 22. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7 doesn't work. Right, I need to increase another value in here. Or for... Yeah, because 4, 5, 6, 7 was also only used for... Right, it was, yeah, Yeah, I think 3, 5, 7, 8, and 4, 5, 6, 8 are the only groups of 4 that can go through. So goes my inclinations, at least. So we're missing 2, which, like, costs us a lot of flexibility. If we'd had 2, there would be a lot more shuffling around we can do, but No. Yeah. It's really looking like there's... Because if you want to make 9 with a group of 4, you do need to use, like, some big numbers. Although, if you make it through adding up to 14, you could get away with having a lot of people outside. Which would obviously be very unappealing, but in theory. Let's try that. Try adding up to 14. Because 7, 3, and 4 would be an obvious one. 3, 4, 7, escaping. So that's Santa, Clover, and 7. Meanwhile, Ace, Junpei, June, and Lotus stay inside, which is honestly a pretty good team. If we're looking to have them, like, try and find something else. But what do they add up to? And also, I didn't check what the other group, the 4, 5, 6, 8, what the remainders created. They're another 2. Yeah, 1, 3, and 7. 1, 5, 6, 8, 12, 20. Yeah, I think these are all gonna add up to 2 because math. But other groups of 3 to add up to 14. 6, 4, and 4, 5, 6. Would that? No, that's 15. Or wait, no. Yeah, no. Okay, that would not work. Wait, why was I trying to go through and get? Hold on. Hold the fucking phone. Am I a fool? Why was I trying to add up to 23 again? Am I a clown? I might just be a clown. I think I was working off the old totals? The old doors? I'm great at math. Let me double check through these. Yeah, 5, 10. 16, 23, 5. Oh my god, that was all for nothing. I don't know where I got the idea from. Okay, in order to make 9, we need to get either... Well, I think there's only, like, one thing we can do is add up to 18. Wow, I don't know where I even... I'm not gonna worry about it anymore. Sometimes it's 5 a.m. Okay, adding up to 18 with 5 members of our group would be accomplished through... Let's see here. In theory, 27, but I'm not sure. Not sure we could do that. What do we got? 18, we could do by... Okay. 5 and 6 is 11 plus 8 is 19. Nope. Wait, 5, 6, 11, 14, 17, 18. Okay, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that... That works, right? Yeah, 10, 15, 19, yeah. Or wait. Damn it. I think I need to... 8, 13, 19. Yeah, nope, that does not work. I'm not doing my math right. Ah, math. Eight. I keep like running it back through my head to see if it works, because these are like all the smallest numbers, and it still adds up to 19. That's just a little bit concerning. Just a little bit. Do we need to get to 27 then? It might be the case. So we add together the 5 biggest numbers. Let's just see. Because like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 adds to 9 plus 6 is 15, 22, 30. Nope. Although we can get up to 30. That's the important part. So we need 3 less than whatever's in 3, 4, 5, or in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that something we can accomplish easily? I think so. Because 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and taking out 3 from that, we could accomplish by swapping 4 for... Or, the 4 for 1, 5 for 4. Yeah, but swap out the 5 for a 1. Wait. Nope. Yeah. I've been doing math for a little while now, haven't I? I love math! And so much of that was wasted because I am a fool. It was wrapped up in a delusion about trying to make 5 for some reason. Well, let's see here. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 15. I'm just double checking this to make sure that I didn't like go wrong in this calculation. 22. 30, yeah, okay. And if we take 3 out of that, we want to swap the 4 for 1. Right, yeah, that would work. Okay. Yeah, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8 should do it. I'll double check that. 6, 12, 19, 27. Yep. And that leaves out Santa and Clover, which don't like that. Alternatively, is this why she said she was Oh. If this is the only possibility, I'm gonna work it out further. But if this is the only possibility, this explains why Clover thought she was guaranteed to die because Snake was gone. Because without Snake being around, like, if we had Snake, I think we could have figured out a... Yeah, because we could have done 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. And 2 would have escaped. But this way, any solution that involves Clover, I feel like, it just can't work. Because, yeah, the swap-ins we can do with this are 3 and 4. And... we would need to essentially swap out equivalent amounts. I don't think it works. I don't think we can do that. Because... yeah, the alternative... Because we do have to make it to 27. We can't get 18 and not have, 5 people. And have 5 people. It works. Like... That would just take to... It takes us past 18. Anyway, so the, second highest total in order to get to 27 is 4, 5, 6, 7, which is equal to 9, 15, 22, And we need 4 at that point, which we can't do. Because we've already used up 4 in that case, and we can't take 1 and 3 because that's 6 people. Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6 would be equal to 7, 12, 18. Yeah, we can't. We need a 9. But that's a possibility for, like, if we want 4 people. 5, 6. And then 1, 7, 8 on the outside. Not that they'd like that. Because that's 7 and Lotus being made to stick together. And Ace has to deal with it. So that's fun. But next possibility. Yeah, all the like 4 ones, I'm pretty sure are gonna total up to 18. Because we needed the highest numbers. And then 1 in order to get to 27. So yeah, there's no way around it. Unless... Yeah, no, we can't. In that case, the other solutions are for the 4 and 3 splits here. Totaling up to 18. If we swap... Yeah, if we swap 3 and 1 and 6 and 8, I think that should work. 1, 4, 5, 8. 9 and 9, 18, yeah. And that leaves Santa and 7 and... Why am I blanking? It's just numbers. Santa and June and 7. Which, not great. The ship is already sunk! Oh no! I've been taking too long doing math! Never thought I'd do this on stream. But this game has me doing math. Possible swap-ins for 7 in this group, if we want to save 7, would be... Swap 7 and 8, and 5 and 6. 1, 4, 6, 7. 13, 17, 18, yep. That leaves, once again, Santa. This time, Junpei. And Lotus. So that's like a decent group. Santa's an idiot, but Lotus is not, so there's that. There's that aspect. Other options here are, if we want to instead save... Who haven't we been able to save in the groups before yet? Who has been there every time? No one. We've got groupings that can save any individual person in here. But we've never had one that leaves out Clover. Not that I want to do that. That's my girl. That's my baby. That's my daughter. But hypothetically, if we needed to do that for some reason. Also, our Junpei and June are together for the 3, 4, 5, 6 solution. But all the other ones have been split apart. So, I mean, for as much as that matters. I think the priority is to save June. If Junpei gets stuck in the ship, whatever. Who give a shit, right? But to make 18 without using the 4. Could we do 8 plus 7, 15, 3... No, not really. Right, yeah. Because... one of our solutions for, the only solution for taking 5 people out involves doing that. In that case... Let's see. 6, 7... I mean, 5, 6, 7, I feel like would... Is that 6, 6, 6? 18. Oh, okay, yeah, that would work. It's 666 if you rearrange one of the numbers. 156. 1456. That wouldn't work. Hmm. Yeah, because you'd want a 4 and a 1 if you total to 13 with 6 and 7. 5 and 6 totals to 11. Yeah, at that point you still need 7. Yeah, I think there's... You have to have Clover with you for the groups of 4. In that case, I'll figure out the groups of 3. Because I am nothing if not thorough. Sometimes. Only sometimes. 5, 6, 7, right? That's 6, 6, 6, 18. I don't know, it's just, it's easier for me to move the 1 from the 7 to the 5 and even everything out from there. But that leaves out 1, 3, 4... 8. And 4, 6, 8 should 4, 6, 8 and 4. Yeah, 4, 6, 8 should. Yeah, because that's 18. Yeah, easy. And that's 1, 3, 5, 7. That one leaves Junpei out. Saves Clover, which is like that. I said the priority earlier was to save June, but in my heart I know the answer. 1, 3. Let's see. I need of the. I feel like we couldn't save Ace if we did a group of 3. Just logically, but yeah, because the best pairing for him would be with 8 to make 9, and then you'd still need another 9. Yeah, no. He's got to stay out in these instances. Anything that we can do with 3, though? 3 plus 8 is 11 plus 7, okay. Or literally 3, 7, 8. 10, 18, yeah. Which leaves out 1, 4, 5, and 6. So Junpei and June are together in that one. Yeah, just inside the ship. And also Clover. And Ace, who I'm, like, suspicious of. Don't know how I feel about that. In that case, we get rid of, Santa. Probably a good thing. 7, aw. Clover, or not Clover, Lotus, which... Don't have to deal with the banter anymore, but she's... I mean, both her and 7 are very helpful to have around, so I don't know. But it might be useful to have some brain cells on the outside, even if they can't work together well. So, I don't know. But yeah, if we need to pair 3 with 7 and 8 in order for it to work, I think that's the last one that would even function for groups of 3. So I think I've got it all solved. I'm just gonna quickly go through and total up what the remaining groups are for each one. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8 doesn't matter because they can't pass through any door, but in theory it'd be 7. 1, 7, 8, which is what you get when you pass through 3, 4, 5, and 6, is 16, so 7. It's all gonna be 7, isn't it? Yeah, 3, 6, 7, 9, 16, 7, yep, yeah. Math, it's all gonna be 7. Yeah, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. So no matter what happens, they're gonna be able to go through door 7. As long as we don't take out, like, 5 people. Yeah, so there's that. Wait. Almost all of them add up to 7. Almost. Except for... Nope, no one works out. I was just looking at the numbers wrong. Oopsies. Yeah, if it didn't add up, that'd be an arithmetic error on my part. So it's a good way of checking my answers, at least. Anyway, I'm done doing math for like half an hour or however long. Took me a minute.
Hey, Junpei! June! What the hell are you two doing? Hurry it up!
So I'll have that for all future routes, unless, you know, Say comes along and then fucks everything up, or the 9th man. Or number 0. And if we can bring along 0, that's also... I mean, it doesn't really do anything for us. 0 just gives someone, like, a free pass through the door, essentially. Santa's voice jolted Junpei out of his reverie. Yeah, I think I needed that.
Let's go, Jumpy!
Junpei is over here doing arithmetic. June took off down the stairs, jogging as quickly as she could.
Yeah.
Junpei followed. They were quiet for a while. Also, thank you for sticking with me while I did math that y'all didn't even get to see because I'm doing it on paper. They were quiet for a while until... Kodek. They had just reached C deck when Clover spoke.
Hey, what about door 2?
Boy. Everyone else stopped. They all turned to look at Clover. It was like an hour and a half left? 7 spoke.
What about door 2?
What about door 2? It might hold the secret for letting all of us out together.
Door 2 is the only one we haven't gone through it, I mean.
Yes, that is true.
Are you guys okay with that? Not investigating it, I mean?
So what? We found door 9. We don't need any of the other doors.
That's what he wants you to think.
What's the point? Huh? What's the point in going to door 9? We can't all go through it, right?
Okay, the remaining groups. Can any of them go through door 2? If we send through 3, 7, and 8 through door 9, we leave behind 1, 4, 5, and 6. And... yeah, that one wouldn't work, I don't think. 1, 4, and 6, wait. Yeah, 1, 4, and 6 would be able to go through.
Then we should do what we have to do before we go any further. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. The best way to finish it quickly is to do the border pieces first. You know?
It's much louder.
Or what? You think all 7 of us should go to door 9? And then we argue over who stays behind and who gets to go? Do we really want to do that again?
Yeah, they can either waste time doing that while standing at the door, or think about it while they're solving whatever's behind door 2.
Who knows? If we check out door 2, maybe we'll find something. Maybe we can find a way to get all of us out. Huh. I don't know what might be in there. We may not find anything. But don't you think it'd be better to at least have a look? I mean, am I wrong? Does that sound wrong to you guys?
She's right, she should say it. And she is saying it, so...
Yeah, you do have a point.
Thank fuck this wasn't some huge argument. I was expecting that to happen. I was like, fucking... They're smart. And the others nodded in agreement.
The last time I checked the clock, it was 4:30. It's not like we've got a lot of time, but if we're quick about it, we might have time to take a look.
You're right. Let's go take a look at door 2.
And don't worry, I've already done the arithmetic, so I know exactly who can be let out. We just need to vote on which combination we like. They're back in front of the elevator. Nearby was the large hospital room.
The elevator can take us down to door 2.
Who shall go then?
Let's see.
Me. I'm going.
Yeah. If you take Ace and June with you, you could go through.
Then June, 7, and I need to go with her.
Or, you know, that too. Wait. No, that's correct. 13 plus 4, 7. Wait. 4, 6, 7, and 3. 10. 10. No, that makes sense.
Hey, why do you get to...
I don't mind. We'd only waste time arguing over it.
Jumpy, I'm okay too.
I trust her. I also really trust 7 to be able to solve this.
Can we just go now?
Fine.
All right, let's get going.
I'll see you later.
Okay. Be careful.
They'll be fine. They got an hour and a half. They climbed into the elevator, and Junpei listened to it creak and rattle its way to the bottom deck. Only Junpei, Ace, and Lotus were left. As the elevator rumbled out of sight, Ace spoke.
Lotus, would you be so kind as to go with me?
Go with you? Well, I didn't think people still talked that way outside of the 1950s. Well, I'm a mother. Would that be a problem for you?
Interesting little fun fact about her.
That wasn't what I meant to...
Also, they're 1 and 8, so they'd make 9 together. So if he took the bracelet, unless that's what Clover took...
I was hoping you would come with me.
Seriously, though, I was kidding. So, where was it you wanted to take me?
There's something I wanted to show you.
Hey man, what the hell? I'm not important enough?
He's so sad to be left out.
Well, it's not like that. Once I've shown Lotus, I'll show you.
Really?
Of course.
That's suspicious! Ace's smile was friendly. Of course it is.
Fine. Do whatever you want.
Thanks, Junpei. Are you coming, Lotus?
Fine. Doesn't look like they're going to be back anytime soon. I might as well go and see whatever it is you think is so important.
Thank you. Well then, shall we go?
Ace turned and began to walk. Lotus followed. They disappeared into the hallway on the left. Time seemed to drag as Junpei waited for the others to return.
They're so slow. And what's keeping Ace and Lotus?
Suddenly, the elevator opened. Ah! A single person stood there.
Clover! I guess you're the first one back.
It was only Clover inside. He didn't see the rest. Well, do we have a winning combination that includes Ace, Junpei, Clover, and Lotus, and no, that's it. That's all of them. Ace, Junpei, Clover, and Lotus. Oh yeah, 1, 4, 5, 8. That works perfectly. Oh boy, though. Don't like this. Don't like it at all. She looked at Junpei, then slowly, purposefully, walked out of the elevator. The door closed behind her.
Where's everybody else? What happened?
She didn't answer. Instead, her eyes swept the room and then settled on Junpei.
Where are Ace and Lotus?
Oh, Ace said he wanted to show Lotus something, so they went into that hallway.
Junpei explained what had happened.
Oh, then they went over there?
Her voice was small and timid. They're totally dead.
Yeah, I think so.
He repeated his earlier question.
So where are June, Santa, and Seven? Why aren't they with you?
You really want to know?
You really want to know? You really, really want to know? There was something wrong with... Oh, no. Girl. It was the thing on her back. The axe. There was something wrong with her smile.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Here, let me show you.
Oh boy. Clover pulled something out of her pocket and tossed it onto the floor at Junpei's feet.
Huh?
They're bracelets, right? He looked down. On the floor in front of him were 3 metal rings.
Bracelets. Oh my god. Oh, holy shit.
Junpei collapsed.
No. No way. No way. This has got to be some kind of joke.
Was she dragging them off to kill them so that she could get out and there wouldn't be any debate over it? And to leave behind, like, the perfect group of people? I mean, like, it was... She... Yeah, if you look at the potential grouping of... like, the grouping of people who went down there. 3, 4, 6, and 7. Obviously, that's equal to 20. But she figured out, okay, if I want to get out, I have to make sure I have to be included in the group. And a possible group for that is... Oh, she knew. She knew that she could not escape. First of all, like I said earlier, she knew that once Snake died, she was fucked. She can't leave. The only grouping of 5 that can get out doesn't include her, and there is no way she'd be able to argue for someone else dying, just that she could leave. So the only way for her to get out is to make it so that it was the only option. Any grouping of 4 includes her. So if she just eliminates the right people to make the grouping of 5 happen and leave behind... Yeah, so she needs to pick the people who she could take along with her to unlock door 2. And that would leave behind the right people to unlock door 9. That's 3, 6, and 7. Add her to that group, they make 2. Without them you know, adding her to the rest, 1, 4, 5, 8. That's 9. Oh, Clover, Clover, Clover.
This can't be real.
Junpei's body felt like rubber. His heart felt like a cold lump in his chest, and his hands shook uncontrollably. Sweat poured down his face. The 3 bracelets sat there on the floor before him. He could see the numbers on their faces. She didn't go through the door.
3, 7,
and
6.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1, you escape from this ship. 2, more hotly, which is 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confine of the ship, or detects that the wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
Oh, I should have realized this a second ago when I was going through it. The other person who gets left out, if we choose the group of 5, was Santa. Thank you for the hydrate, Cosmic. She convinced Santa to play along with it and get her the correct grouping so that she could be like, oh, yeah, I didn't plan this. See, Santa made the group. And he died, so he would have volunteered for that. But she tricked him. Because there is the grouping of 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that wouldn't work out. Yeah, none of the groupings of 4 can have Santa that, you know, to include the people who are still alive right now.
But why?
Junpei's voice was flat and broken. Clover's response was cold.
Revenge for my brother.
Was one of them Zero? Or perhaps all of them, you don't know. Could be. Because, yeah, let's consider also the people who could have pushed Snake through door 3 in that grouping. It'd have to be at least 2 of them. And that was 3, 6, and 7. Would 9 and 3 do it? Yes. Or, sorry. 7 and 3. Because... yeah, 2, 7, and 3 would add up to 12, which creates... 2 for the digital route. Yeah, so it was 7 and Santa. And June just had to be the one who fell for it. She could have left June out, though. Could have left her out of it.
He was forced into door 3 and murdered. You need at least 3 people to open a door. Who were the 2 that opened that door with him? It could only have been Santa and 7. That's why I killed them.
Why?
Why June, though?
Why did you kill June?
Because she tried to protect them.
Oh. Oh, it's about that, is it?
She was in my way. She had to die, too.
No. No.
Junpei shook his head, trying desperately to wake himself from what had to be a dream.
No. No.
It couldn't be real. It just couldn't.
Hey, Junpei.
He felt Clover's hand on his shoulder. I don't like this. Her smile was wrong. Horribly wrong. Her face looked like a mask that made from stretched human skin. The smile that parted her lips did not extend to her eyes. They were dead and empty. The girl in front of him was no longer the Clover he had known. Perhaps she was not even human.
Let's go.
Her hand reached out toward him.
Out of here. Let's leave this ship.
What the hell are you talking about? To open a numbered door,
Yes, I know. You need at least 3 people. But as long as we have this...
That's...
Oh, you had a different plan, did you? Okay, so the remaining bracelet, let's just figure out for the sake of, I don't know, honor. Because we've got right here 4 and 5. It's 9. 0. Yep, okay. She did do that. Junpei could see the number on the face. 0. 0.
The 0 bracelet. You've got something in your pocket. What is it?
What's in the other pocket?
Oh, this? This is... See? You get it now? If we have the 0 bracelet, we can leave. You and I can open door 9 with just the 2 of us. See? So let's go. Come on. Hurry up.
She shoved out her hand again. Junpei looked up at Clover. She had the face of a demon. Now, if we examine... Oh, they have already used the door, haven't they? Ace? I know what they were doing. Oh fuck, they're 1 and 8, so they were looking for the 0 bracelet too. But there was something else. There was a holy light that surrounded her. She was both a fierce god and a benevolent goddess, filled with love.
Junpei.
Her voice was soft. Her eyes weren't empty anymore. They were deep. So deep, Junpei could feel himself falling into them. He felt dizzy. There was something oddly bewitching about her. His mind was beginning to crack, and his heart began to melt.
Junpei.
The hand she was offering him looked so soft, so inviting.
Clover.
Junpei reached out with his own trembling hand and closed it over hers. Cool. Junpei writhed in agony. He shuddered and twitched, his body spasming as he went into shock. He screamed until his throat was torn and bloody, then screamed more. His cries echoed across the room. Eventually, his movements slowed, then faded. There was no more strength left in Junpei. He could feel his body begin to go numb. He no longer felt pain. He no longer felt anything. Whatever Junpei had been was gone. The last remnants of his mind began to fade. Even as his vision faded to nothingness, he saw Clover.
Thanks, Junpei. I'm just gonna borrow this, okay?
Her smile was cold. What was left of Junpei's conscious mind drifted away. All that was left was a twisted, broken corpse. She got out alone. You have reached one ending. This game has multiple endings. Yeah, I sure fucking hope it does. In order to experience all the endings, you need to play through the game multiple times. Make sure to save your progress now to retain all information you've acquired. Memory of Escape has been added to the title screen. Every Memory of Escape enables you to replay the escape rooms you have completed. Cool. Oh, these are the endings I've unlocked. They're not like the save slots. Will do, yeah. Where actually do I need to go back to see the elevator? I mean, inevitably, I'm gonna hit that again at some point here, I'm pretty sure. But I'll keep it in mind. Oh boy, though. How about that? That's fun. I think we'll call it good for tonight. After all that. Clover's great, huh? Glad she got to escape. So, don't know of any way to redeem her other than making sure that Snake does not die. I think this is literally the start of the game again.
Ow!
Yeah. Okay. Alright, well. That's a lot. That's interesting. The cyclical nature of time, yeah. I got the axe ending. That's fun. That's fun for someone who likes Clover a lot, to get that one first. I wasn't even trying to pick the, like, Clover options until, like, the very end, where it's specifically trying to save her, but, like, I didn't really get to choose anything for that, so it's not like... I did get to see 2 separate rooms with her, though, so... Yeah, of course it'd be her ending. So, thanks for hanging out with me, thanks for keeping me company as I play through that. We got some more 999 coming up on Wednesday night, Thursday morning. So that should be fun. It looks like Jorina's streaming some art. I'm gonna see if she's still gonna be going for a little bit, because we can go say hi. Looks like it. So, I will set up that raid. Thank you for hanging out once again. This is fun. We'll start a new route on Thursday. So, I'll see y'all then. Bye-bye. Have a good night if it's that time for you. Time zone sort of thing. And go say hi. Jorina's cool. Give her a follow. She's drawn herself as a Pokemon trainer. Okay. Bye-bye. You have a good night, day, whatever. And I'll see y'all around next time.